Hello, my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for another episode of
Dungeon Crawlers.
Ooh.
Dungeon Crawlers.
Dun, 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 dun. The Law and Order? Law and Order this time?
Dun dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyways, we leave off with the party in Kalor. Don't do that. Stop it. We leave off with the party in Kalor. You guys had kind of been making your way around towns. There was some talk of an open rebellion. There was a lot of drinking to be had. Patience made her way to follow along to a visit at a place with a friend. Uh I don't really know how to word that in the PG term. You met up with said individual to have a night of spicy adult fun.
The term is sex. Gin.
Well, I was trying to keep it a little PG. Thank you for breaking that trouble. Anyways,
They were on the
The-
prowl
the-
for coitus.
The F buddy.
yes. She snuck out and proceeded to engage in activities with said female acquaintance. Sophia set out to look for her, which resulted in the party kind of doing a little bit of I wouldn't say a bar crawl, but a street crawl. um, Going through the streets and trying to figure out the last said known locations of patients. It took a little bit longer than normal. You ran into some guards that wouldn't let you into basically the slums. A little bit on the road, you kind of learned that for some reason people could go in, but coming out after a certain hour kind of became taboo. The scent was picked up, and you noticed it kind of led into the happy house, um, where the party made their way back to said hotel, where more discussions were had. Sophia kind of played it off to make the best of it. A gift was given to Nova from Axel, a nice little hand sewed gift, little scarf. That turned out actually very nice and very pretty. Effects unknown, but it is a very gorgeously done scarf. That took pretty much. Actually, no, it didn't take pretty much. It took the entire night to make. I did kind of have a talk with Treble, and during the time of you guys' level up, we kind of are retro playing that she did in fact get to visit the Amberlit Academy and did not per se like in-depth research, but she was allowed to visit the public library within the school, was allowed to kind of poke around a little bit. And in terms, she did learn a little bit while she was in there. Um, Unfortunately, as the party drank itself and had a little bit of fun that night, made their way back to their rooms, somewhere over the course of the night, Sophia went missing, unbeknownst to the party. Um, but as you came to, Sophia and Patience, you find yourself strung up, chained in cages with a individual having a conversation with you about who you are, why, um, basically giving his regards from Donovan, and beating the ever living merciless god out of you. And we will leave off with the party back at the hotel. So, in the meantime, if I could have some
Would it
town
be
music,
morning for us?
it would be morning.
Okay, let me grab that really quick.
You're mourning the loss of your 2 favorite party members.
You're gonna be in mourning after this TPK.
I don't know if it'll be a total party kill, but we might be down two members.
Never know.
I'll be safe. I'll just not show up.
Yeah, there you go.
Wanting to give you the opportunity.
Technically, it'd only take killing 4 of us to be a TPK because there'd be no party left if there's only 1 person.
3.
KB, party of 1. Eating at the bar.
Alright, music is cued. It's morning. I don't remember, did we leave off going downstairs? Probably not. We basically just went to bed. Actually don't remember. Ginge.
You had left and gone to bed, and we're kind of waking up the next morning.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, so wake up feeling rested, somewhat productive. I'm gonna get up and be like, alright, Axel, should we go get something to eat? See what everybody's up to?
Yeah, sounds good.
And since whether or not I drink doesn't matter because I have 7 more days where I can't get drunk anyway, feeling pretty good. So, yeah, I'm gonna head downstairs to see what's going on in the lobby, I guess you'd call it. At the lobby. What would that section be? We've got like the tables, the bar, the
Bar,
common
bar
area,
room.
whatever. Common area.
Common room, yeah.
Oh, good point. I could still have damage, I just can't get the effects of being drunk. So, you're right, I could still potentially feel like crap. I probably wouldn't drink much anyway.
Yeah, why would you if you can't get drunk? I mean,
Right.
what's the point at that point?
Probably just have a couple of drinks and whatever. I know Sophia was a mess. So, after going downstairs, where would KB be? Would he be curled up on the under or on top of a table somewhere?
No, I think I remember. Actually, yeah, I think you're right. I think Sophia tried to tell me that I had a room, but I opted to not use it. So yeah, I'd probably just be waking up at one of the tables there.
Good morning, KB.
Is it?
It
Good
is.
morning.
It is.
I'll take you at your word.
I suppose I wouldn't know what room they're in. What time did Sophia go to bed, or did she finally go to bed at some point?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if Patience came back.
I don't remember seeing Patience.
I'd be tempted to check their room, make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know what room they're in.
I would know what room was in there at one point.
Oh, true. Yeah. Let's check just to make sure. Since I know she was a little bit upset last night, I wonder if Patience came
Yeah,
back
she's
or
a little
she's
worried, so we can go check and see if either Patience came back, and if not, maybe go see if we can find her this morning when we have a little more license to move around.
Oh, that's right. We left off and we did like a backtrack because I think last session we ended and I was coming downstairs to like show off the scarf, but I won't do that yet then, since not everybody's together. Yeah, so I'd go with KB to Patience in Sophia's room.
Okay. You make your way down the hallway with, I'm assuming, Axel and KB. You make your way slightly down the hallway. It doesn't take you very long at all, and the door is closed.
I'd knock on it pretty loudly, and then listen to see if I hear anybody moving around or doing anything in there.
You wait a couple of minutes. No answer.
I'm gonna test the door handle.
It's unlocked.
Ooh. I would open it. Good morning. You guys awake?
What's your passive perception?
It's low.
What are all of yours? I should
12.
say. 12.
15.
Okay.
Oh,
11. So as you begin to walk through the door, Nova, and you kind of like, saying hello, anybody in there? Axel, I'm assuming you're pretty much right behind her, right?
Yeah.
You notice the like the jam where the door is, has been partially broken. You
gonna
do
quickly-
walk up.
I'm gonna quickly grab the back of Nova's collar and just like hold her there.
I'll look back at him. Kinda confused.
He gestures towards the door lock. That's been tampered with. He says like really low.
That's not good.
No.
Sophia? Patience?
No noise.
I will sort of make my way past her in front of her so I can get in there first. On the high guard.
Yeah, no lights. It's very low lit even in there. Looks like the shades have been drawn. All that, Or no, they were in the basement. So it's just very dark in the room. Like there's no candlelight. There's no light at all in there. It's very low lit.
Are there any windows?
There's a small kind of like a prison window. Like it sits up.
Kind of like the
Face out.
basement windows
Yeah.
that you have, like where
Yeah,
they're at, like near the top of the wall.
Yep, and the curtains have been pulled very tight on that.
I would move over to it just to open it to allow some light in.
It does allow quite a bit of light and lights the room up. First thing you guys notice is the room looks partially tossed.
What the fuck? Do you think they got into a fight in here, or something happened?
either that or patients came home and they had an argument. But
That's what I
don't think
mean.
It looks like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you think they got into an argument, or I don't know.
I think that
Somebody else was there.
I think that establishment we visited didn't very much like us asking so many questions.
I gave him a different inn, though. I told them that we were staying at the... Jange, what was the expensive... I needed to make a note of it.
The Chariot's something...
Chariot's Rise, or something like that.
Something like that.
I need to make a note of those. I keep forgetting to make a note.
Cleansing Flame... Chariot's Drive.
Sounds like a lovely street name.
It's very ritzy.
Okay,
Well, I
got
imagine.
it. Yeah, I told them that we were staying at the Chariot's Drive. And I gave them a fake name.
Then maybe whoever Blueberry beat in the fighting pits, maybe their benefactor lost a really bad bet and they wanted to enact some consequences.
Hmm.
Yeah, whatever happened, I think we can agree it doesn't look good. I think we need to find them both as soon as we can.
I have something I want to do. What is it called?
Witcher sense?
See if it does any good.
Well, that cat's eye
detect
tincture.
evil, duration. You know if there's aberration. Well, the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a piece or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically concentrated or desecrated. I'm gonna like sit in the middle of the floor and just test this and kind of hone my senses a little bit and do detect evil or good just to see if I can get the presence of anything that might have been left behind, any traces of anything or anything still here that might give off something either, well, it says consecrated or desecrated, but it would also tell me if there's any aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of me.
You begin to sit down and you watch as her eyes kind of roll into the back of her head, and her body kind of gives off like a low bioluminescent glow to a certain extent, and like almost like a hum exuberates from her body. And she sits there, and you get about 40 pings for undead. No, I'm just kidding. You don't pick anything up in the room in the immediate vicinity. While this is going
That's
on,
worth a
though,
shot.
KB and Axel, roll perception checks for me. Axel at advantage if you use your nose.
Okay.
So to have kind of an adjacent question,
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
what gear do we still have, and what gear is left in the room?
In the room that they're in right now.
Yep.
Whatever
is
you
all
left. Yeah, whatever you left
like
behind.
what? Like what would have been? Well, we were taken,
Yeah, so your
Correct.
stuff would still be in the room then.
Correct.
so it's like okay, that's what. Yeah.
Whatever was not on your immediate vicinity was left.
Okay.
Like you kind of, it was kind of strewn in the room. Like
Are
it was
you
almost like
It's-
somebody had like looked, or it looks like somebody had looked through shit and then just like tossed on the floor.
Are you saying I might have gotten a ping on something consecrated or desecrated? Maybe. Sophia?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, I was just checking.
If that's what you're wondering.
And I certainly don't.
Yeah.
Unless KB's wondrous initiative bonus is a consecrated or desecrated object.
Oh.
KB, you're kind of taken back by the room, and the smells are. It almost smells like a really heavily intoxicated person's room, and then it just smells heavily of like sweat and BO for some odd reason.
I'm
On the
just
flip
wondering, is this me? Ugh. Even for a
Taking a
goblin.
bath in a number of
Good
days, have you?
Yeah.
Axel, out of the
I'm
corner of
blue.
your eyes, you see KB like in the corner of the room, just like every once in a while, he's just like.
Is that me?
He's doing the self-smell check.
Yeah, self-smell. And while he's doing that, though, you do kind of like, you're like, is there a smell in the room? And you kind of take a whiff. At first whiff, it does smell very heavily of like alcohol and BO. But you do another smell, and you notice the smells are almost like artificial. Like they were purposely made in the room. And you take a really heavy like breath in, and you do catch, just barely, you catch the undertones of like another person, like an unfamiliar person's odor in the room. Like the body odor that you thought you were smelling like a BO from a person, it doesn't smell like a person's BO. It smells almost like artificial, like something that was planted or thrown in the room or rubbed on shit purposely.
Mm-hmm.
Like you begin to smell the walls, and it's even like rubbed like it rubs up on the wall, and you can kind of smell like almost like somebody's hand, and where they rubbed it against the wall, and you're like, well, that doesn't seem right. And like you smell the door handle, it's like on the door handle, and you're like, what the fuck? And you begin to really focus in, and you catch almost like what we were talking about last time, where you close your eyes and you catch almost like a mental image of somebody hooded walking in and immediately like hand over the mouth of Sophia and a small struggle, and then like you kind of smell and you notice how she's drugged to the edge of the doorway and then wrapped up and seems to be carried out of the room.
Okay. I'll quickly grab one of Sophia's belongings, and then I'll wait until Nova's done with whatever she's doing.
After several moments, Nova, your eyes flicker back open and you don't sense anything immediate.
I don't know. I can't. Not picking up anything in here noteworthy. As far as if there was anything bad or good left behind, I guess.
That's because they weren't relying on magic. Patients never came back, but someone else definitely did. And they did something to Sophia.
How do you know?
So,
There's someone else's odors all over this place.
Would you be able to
this
follow
is
it?
an old-fashioned abduction.
Maybe. I can also try and follow Sophia, see if that leads us anywhere.
We're gonna have to try. It sounds like something bad might have happened.
Yeah.
Alright, lead the way. Before I do that, I should have used it before. Oh, that's because it's brand new and I forgot I had it. Dual classing.
Oh,
I'm going to give...
multi-class Nova. Oh,
Just for like one level.
a single dip.
Yeah. I'm gonna touch Axel, and he's gonna have the ability to basically add a d4 to any ability check he chooses. He's just gonna feel like bolstered in whatever senses he needs to use to try to track Sophia down.
Yep. Using that keepsake of Sophia's, I will attempt to lock onto that scent and see if I can pick up a direction.
Okay. Roll a.
What of mine do you grab?
Depends on what was left there.
There would be clothes, robes, my magical spool, some weaver's tools, my some augury materials, and some incense.
Your spool is like your spell book, right?
And my spellbook. I have my spellbook there as well.
Okay, I'll grab your spell book then.
Let's grab all this shit because we don't know if we're gonna make it back, depending on what happened here.
Yeah. I'll grab Sophia's pack and put her belongings in it and sling it over my shoulder.
It's a 23 on the perception.
Plus, make sure you add plus d4.
Guidance lasts for a minute. Yeah, I might as well just use it right now. I'm not going to get another chance. 26.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah. So you immediately
Nice.
take the deep breath in, and then you hold up a Sophia's item, and you take another breath, and the picture that was once fuzzy that you were focusing on becomes crystal clear. You see a large, almost imposing figure, heavily cloaked, come into the room. They don't kick the door through, but the way that they opened the door was forcefully yet gently, which doesn't make any sense to you. Immediately places their hand over Sophia's mouth. Her eyes come open, but she was still very drunk, and the fight kind of ensued, which didn't last very long. He did something quickly that she immediately goes limp. He wraps her up in the bedding and the sheets and begins to toss the room, and you see him kind of pull something out of a pocket and rubs it all over everything. He throws her over the shoulder and begins to walk out of the room as you guys watch as Axel turns without even opening his eyes and walks out into the hallway and begins to walk. You follow the scent out into the street, and you just begin to walk as people kind of a couple of people bump into Axel as he's walking because Axel just gives no fucks. He's just walking and following the scent as people either move out of his way or don't.
So I'm gonna follow directly behind Axel, and I'm gonna keep my hand on his back. And then when I feel like he's going to, if I feel a moment where he's stopping and is really trying to gather his senses again, I'm gonna cast guidance on him again. So I'm just letting you know, just for heads up for if he needs to like roll another check or something. I'm gonna be ready to help him.
Okay.
Look into your mind's eye.
Look
See the unseen.
into your mind's eye.
Feel your surroundings.
Hear,
Pulsing within your
feel,
veins.
think.
Sense.
Breathe.
You continue to move down the street. Luckily, you rolled really high as the people walking through the street are kind of muddling the scent. And there are points where you do lose it, but this is not the first time you've done this.
I feel like we need
And
some
you
investigation music.
Yes.
give me something a little more spicy.
Mysterious.
Not that this
I
music
know.
isn't lovely, but
This isn't the first time you've done this, though, Axel.
I know where Axel should check for where Sophia is.
And you've done this before, except for in the desert where the wind is constantly blowing and you're trying to pick scents up off the sand, which almost seems almost impossible. But you were always kind of known for your tracking skills. You begin to focus even harder, and you kind of watch as Axel goes from his very tall, kind of stout form to, and you can stop me at any time, Frosty, if I take it too far. He kind of like almost like crouches down, not into onto all fours like a dog, but he kind of begins to get a little more like
low
Low
to
to
the
the
ground.
yeah, he kind of crouches into himself a little bit more, like he's taking that extra time to really pull in whatever scent, and he kind of leans forward over the street, like he's pulling the scent directly up into his face instead of trying to come up and into it, like a basset hound almost. And he just really, you see him every once in a while, he'll take like 3 big steps, and then almost like scoops the air into his face. And you see like his whole like chest and shoulders like expand, like he's taking a giant breath. And what you guys aren't noticing, and Axel, you are, every time you do this, the picture becomes, it goes from like fuzzy black and white to like 4K TV. And you pull in like this crystal clear image, and you see him like look up, and he looks around. His eyes are still closed, but you're seeing like a full sequence of events as you watch this person in the dead of night, you assume, just walks close to the buildings, and every once in a while you pick up like the scent of like a guard, and you watch as this individual slinks into a side alley.
You know what
and
this
then
reminds
comes
me
back
of?
out.
Detroit Becoming Human, when the android investigator is playing back a sequence of crimes, and it's
Yeah.
like it plays it backwards, and he watches it in like these weird fragmented sequences until he gets enough information, then he can kind of see the whole thing play out.
It's
Like
pretty
all the
close to that.
movements, the steps and the movements and the it just kind
I'm
of
thinking
reminds me
of like I'm thinking of the brain dances in Cyberpunk
Ooh,
a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit,
yeah.
sorry, continue.
Yeah,
where
that's
like
what I thought.
Oh,
Of
no,
it.
you're good.
everything's kind of fuzzy when you're not near it, and like as the scene progresses,
You get
like if
more.
somebody moves around it, like the
Yeah.
certain details fade away, but others come into focus.
Yep, exactly.
But you watch as Axel, and like people are beginning to kind of like they're like scooching off to a side and looking at him really weirdly. He's drawing attention, and Axel just and he like takes more strides forward. You do notice a guard kind of walking in your general direction, like he's gonna ask a question.
I'll walk forward and approach the guard and say, "Excuse me, please don't get in the way. We're on a scavenger hunt, and we're losing, so we have to catch up."
Make a deception check.
Fuck. Actually, I think I am really high.
Come
Oh,
on,
I'm really
Miss
high in
Charisma.
deception.
That's
Come
pretty
on, Miss
good.
Charisma.
No, never
That's
mind.
good.
Never mind. This should be good.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. So, just basically be
yeah.
like, "Please, we're on a scavenger hunt. It's really important we don't interfere with his tracking."
He gets like really confused. Oh, what? There's a
Yeah, we have to
scavenger hunt?
We have it catching up to do. Please, I don't have time.
That's today? I thought that wasn't for next month.
Hur-
Shit.
Well, you better hurry. You still have time.
Where does it start? Where does it start?
They started us back in the square by the little potion shop with the crazy
Oh.
guy. They started us back there.
He like turns around. Then he like turns around and like walks off in the opposite direction like a really fast. You can hear him like mumbling to himself. He's got to go home and get his wife and kid.
Quick-
Fuck
Quick
yeah!
thinking.
It's good. It's a good deception roll. Axel,
I'll
you-
reposition right beside or behind Axel and put my hand
f-
on him again.
yeah, you feel her hand leave for a second, and like kind of like fuzzily, like an out-of-tuned radio, you do hear her say something, and this guard say something, and then you hear scavenger hunt, and then you hear his like armored footsteps hurriedly hurrying off in an opposite direction, and you just kind of shake it off and continue to focus in the moment as you begin to walk down the street with like renewed vigor and speed. You make it to the same fountain square, and you lose the scent. But then you pick it up one more time and then lose it. And once again you find that there's this area where like the perfumes and all the bodily scents that are coming off of the whorehouse kind of begin to muddle with your senses. But you do get a strong pull to the right down the alley.
I mean, yeah, I'll continue. I will go down that direction.
You guys
And
watch as
Jen, since he's like deeply focused too, I'm gonna make sure that I'm keeping my eyes focused on things that might be going on around us, just so that if there's something he may not catch because he's focused on his particular goal, I want to make sure
Roll
if
a
I see something in danger or whatever.
Okay, roll a perception check. Yeah. You do notice some like people are kind of looking at you like confusedly. One guard a little while back kind of looks at you really weird, almost like you're like he's blind and you're guiding him type deal, and he doesn't give you much he doesn't pay attention to you too much because you're just walking with the crowd, so you're not doing anything weird as of yet. As you do go to make your turn into that alleyway, though, you get a couple people that look at you as you guys do make your way down the alley. The alley, surprisingly enough, you go from these very clean streets, and about, I'd probably say about 25 feet in, the alley, like the whole vibe changes. You go from these clean, pristine, upkept roads and streets to a little more sketchy. They're not as upkept. They're a little kind of sketch. The alleys have a lot of really sharp turns and dark corners that you're not too sure about. You do end up following the scent to kind of like a four-way. The left takes you kind of towards the whorehouse. The right, or the forward way continues deeper into the alleys, and the right kind of takes you off into a whole another set of alleys. The scent does lead to your left. Do you continue?
I'll stop for a moment and turn it over and be like, it continues back towards that fairy's call place.
Perfect. And then we're gonna have a really enjoyable meeting with them this time.
Should I keep going, or should we discuss how we're gonna do this?
Good point. I suppose if it leads us directly back into there, then we have a problem to take up with them. I suppose we enter maybe non-threateningly.
It's not the front entrance. This is like the back alley entrance. There's still kind of like a small wall around, almost like a back porch area that maybe the employees go out to have like a smoke or a drink and get away for a little bit. But this is kind of the back side of the building. So
I suppose if we have to go in, we'll address that when we get there. But if we have any trouble, I don't know, KB, what do you think?
This we suspect that the patient's is, right?
Well, Axel is following Sophia's smell.
Right, but then is the building that it seems to lead to is the building that
Patience was in.
Were at last night?
Correct, yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah, if we gotta go in, I say we just go in the back door and act natural.
Act
like we belong.
Yeah, we belong here. I mean,
you guys know us. We're the new.
Yeah.
We're the new employees.
We're ready. We're ready to start. We thought it over last night. We're ready to.
We just forgot our key cards.
I suppose we can act natural, and if we get any trouble, they obviously have ill intentions, considering what has happened to Sophia. So I don't have any problem taking them to their knees.
Woo.
Yeah.
I say continue.
Taking them to their knees, huh?
Taking them to their knees, which they're used to.
Oh, the gremlin laugh.
I will. I'll make my way towards the back porch area.
you continue on down the alley, and you get to kind of a like a large gate, and on the other side of the gate to your immediate left, you see some individuals that look a little haggard and a little below the weather, that seem to be outside, drinking water, having a smoke, and just kind of generally talking. You do catch the scent there. Roll another perception check with advantage.
And I'm gonna give him guidance again.
Okay.
So 18.
Okay. You pick up two scents. You pick up Patience and Sophia's at this back entrance, and slightly another scent that you're having a hard time grasping. Seems to be two foreign scents, one for sure, one blotchy, and you're not sure if it's involved or not, and then Sophia and Patience.
What are the individuals in the back area talking about?
Well, I don't know, but last night it's the smartest dick I think I've ever seen. Well, the individual last night that came in, that gnome. For a gnome, he was packing something a little bit bigger than I anticipated. We should have switched dates last night, but at least mine did pay well. He was a emissary from out of town or something like that. He said he was from Voyeris. Whatever, he had the coin. I did not care.
Immediately regret asking.
That's what you get.
God damn, that's good wine. Huh.
What kind of wine is it?
Fuck, I can't have that yet. Shit.
Oliver, it is blueberry vine.
Ooh. Blueberry.
Mm,
Sounds pretty good.
it is very good.
Okay, yes. The plan was to act like we're here, so I'll attempt to open the gate.
They both kind of look at you like worriedly and kind of like semi stand up. Can we help you? This is the ferry's call. This is the employees section.
Why, yes, we were here last night. Ginge, can you
Fine. Go to
remind
the
me?
front door.
No, Ginge, can you remind me of the lady's name?
She would be.
Did she even give her name?
Yeah.
So bad, and I didn't take these notes on Wednesday.
Madame Frenta Yurts.
Hmm.
Frenta Yurts, a tabaxi female.
So I'd say, oh, of course. We met with Madame Frenta Yurts last night, and we're the new skin, I guess you could call it. She said it would be okay for us to enter this way. She'd like to put on a special show since we're new.
I see. If you could wait there, we will. Actually, roll a deception check.
Shit.
New skin, you say? I don't think
Well,
I've
fur in his case.
heard that. We will. I think maybe we should tell Madame, and she can come let you in. We don't want to get in trouble. We just coming off of our shift.
Oh,
we're
of
getting
course,
ready to
of
go to
course.
bed.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cause trouble. Ginge, if I get the impression that they're not taking what I'm saying and they're gonna walk inside, I'm gonna cast sleep.
They both look like they're kind of making their way towards the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast sleep.
Hell yeah. There's just two of them, right?
Do either of them have at or under 19 hit points?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Got
they both
to.
definitely do.
Alright, then they would both fall asleep.
Yeah, you watch as they both kind of reach for the door and then immediately just.
I would make sure to kind of catch them so they don't just like drop.
You're on the other side of a gated door.
Oh,
The
I
gate-
didn't realize they were inside the gate.
Yes,
Okay, never mind.
I'll
Okay.
start trying to force the gate open.
it is locked.
I'll maybe look at Axel. You know, maybe you're better suited for this. I've got a little dagger. I'm just stabbing the lock with it. Not doing much.
If anything, he's making your DC go up, Axel.
Damn.
Yeah, no. If we don't
Whoever's
have
got it.
no, if we can't, if nobody can pick this, yeah, then let me do it.
I have
Axel-
unfortunately have
Axel
nothing.
slaps KB. Stop it! You're fucking up the lock.
Oh, I
You
do have
fool.
these tools.
Are you going to pick or break the lock?
Can I try to pick it before he breaks it? But
Yes.
so I'm assuming thieves' tools is just Dex plus proficiency if you're proficient, right?
Correct. I believe so.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. I had to think about that for a
Okay,
hot
let me
second.
see.
Yes.
25.
Yeah, that's
Hell yeah!
more
Fucking
than enough
I don't
for
think
a.
I don't think
for a
I've attempted that this campaign.
I was gonna
It's
say,
first time.
that's more than enough for a simple lock. As Axel winds up to like just kick this gate in, and you're kind of like, wait, hold on, and you reach through, you reach through the gate, and literally just go bloop on the lock on the other side of the gate, and
Yep.
then
I
open
got
the
small
gate.
hands. Let me try this.
Wow, that's not a very effective lock.
Yeah,
God.
it's like one of those like Chelsea, the fucking gates in Arizona where you can
Yeah,
literally
the
look
metal
over
ones.
the top of it
And
and
just
you can
pull it
lift
up.
it up on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Fucking stupid.
all of you guys are like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he just goes and slides the gate open. The gate is open.
Sleep. Blah 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 blah. Da, da, da. Hold on. So, because these two are asleep, I imagine I would have advantage. Actually, it doesn't matter because they'd have to do a charisma saving throw. Would they have disadvantage on a saving
Kill
throw?
them?
No. I was gonna do
Oh,
calm emotions on them, just so that
he's got
like when they
advantage
wake
for
up,
stabbing him in the throat.
because they were suspicious of us.
Yeah.
I wanted to just do calm emotions on them, even though they're sleeping. So I'm just curious how that would work because it would be they'd have to do a charisma saving throw. So would they have
It'd
like
be-
disadvantage on it?
I mean, it'd pretty much be an auto fail. They're past the fuck out.
All right. Well, I'd like to cast calm emotions on each of them so that the suspicious feelings they have towards us are no longer present, and then as we walk inside, can just reclose the gate and lock it
Easy
again.
enough. Easy to do. You do make your way through the back door, and you begin to kind of get some weird looks as you walk through. The normal party place that you're used to, like all the lights are on. You see people cleaning a lot of things. You see people cleaning up bodily fluids of all types. You see like the furniture being like flipped over and like cushions being washed. The hookah, the pipes, bongs, drugs, everything's being cleaned up at this point. And the normal, very heavily make-upped, very gorgeous individuals that are in there, everybody looks a little haggard, everybody looks a little worse for wear. They don't have their night faces on.
Ginge also forgot to say before we walked in, so after calming emotions, I would also try to prop the two up so they just look like they're kind of like sitting, like resting against the building. So they're
Okay.
not just like limp on the ground.
Make a performance check.
Oh shit.
Just out of curiosity.
Can I give myself
Put like a
guidance?
flower
Can I
under
give,
them.
can I give
So it looks
myself
like they
guidance?
just took a nap.
One
Yeah.
willing creature. You can touch one willing. It doesn't say me, but I guess so, right?
You can give yourself
Add a
guidance.
D4 on a skill check. So performance. Oh, that's 9.
Can I help to grant advantage if we do it together?
A little late, but yes, I will give that to you. Go ahead. Okay. 20. You
God,
start
fucking nat 1 on both of those.
you start having them, you prop them up and you're like, that looks really good, and KB, you walk up behind her and they're like, like and you're like, let's
Put their hands like that.
yeah, let's redo this. You kind of help her position them a little bit better. Like, you know, you have one of them sit in the seat with a drink and like a cigarette in the hand. You got him sitting like a weekend at Bernie's. Like, there's
Yeah.
like, you know, you set them up and you put like you find like some like a blindfold, like they're tanning in the sun, and then you put the other one up like on their side, like they're taking a little nap, and you're like, that's better.
Perfect. Casual. Okay, so then we're inside. Gonna look basically like undisturbed by anything going on. Like we belong there. Like we're, yeah, basically like we belong walking through there. And then just gonna like follow Axel as he continues to kind of figure out where the smell leads to.
At this point, Axel, you have the smell, but you lose the smell. It is everywhere. There's so many smells in here. It is pungent and overpowering in all forms.
Yeah, I'll tell her. This is kind of where I am.
One big thing that you notice the moment you cross over from the gate and into the yard and into the building, Sophia's sense stops at the gate. Patience comes from the building.
Oh. So
Hmm.
maybe they don't come into the building. Oh, I guess I would know that.
Okay, yeah. So then I'll say, this is kind of where it ends for me. The odors are too generalized in this area. I'm not going to be able to like specify a room. Although, Patience goes back out towards the yard, and Sophia's never comes in here.
Maybe we missed something in the doorway? Maybe there was like another path somewhere?
Maybe a cellar door in the yard.
So, might I ask, what are you doing in my building? And you look up and you see this tall, basically nude, tabaxi female with literally like just a shawl on, but it's a very lightweight shawl that's see-through. Like, the fact that she's even wearing it serves no purpose at all. It's not covering up anything. And she just is standing there smoking a cigarette with like a drink in her hand.
Oh, well, we were getting acquainted since we're new employees here.
I don't believe I hired you.
Oh, we spoke with Madame last night.
That would be me.
Oh, Ginge, we would recognize her.
That's why I said a tabaxi.
Well,
female,
you didn't.
very
There could
tall.
be another tabaxi.
No.
Okay, well then in that case, I'd be like, ah, we were just hoping to run into you. We rethought after our talk last night and decided that we would be overjoyed to work with you.
I see. Kind of odd to barge yourself into the back of my building.
Oh, we were instructed to come this way, or we were told it was okay. I apologize if you wanted us to come through the front. I didn't figure since we were going to be customers that it would matter, or maybe you wouldn't want us to, so that was our miscommunication, I guess.
I assume so. You know, good communication is a hard thing to do, especially when you barge in through a back door. That's always rude to go through the back door.
Well,
You
we
should
didn't.
always be gentle.
Oh, God. Well, we
Holy
definitely
innuendo, dude.
Right. We didn't barge in by any means. We were welcomed in. It was very easy to enter.
I doubt that. It's usually a locked entrance. But if I may so, and she like sits down on a chair, crosses her legs, and pretty much shows everything when she does the cross leg. Like we're talking, what's that movie?
Sharon Stone.
Yeah. Like does the whole leg up, and you all just kind of like, Jesus. She sits down and continues to talk to you, and even sitting, she's very like long. like very elongated. Like her legs are incredibly long, arms are kind of like almost a little bit long. So, what might we talk about?
Basically, just interested to see how it works, how you get started, how you get clients here,
Well,
make a good impression.
you start a contract with me. Kind of a sole ownership. You begin to work at the building, and we slowly introduce you to the clientele. And if they take a liking to you, then you begin to form your own fan base, I guess you could say.
Do you have many frequenting this place?
And we have many that frequent. And she like awkwardly and very like possessively stares like eyes you up and down, Nova. For somebody as rare as you, you would probably get a lot of clientele. If you don't mind, if you are truly interested in the job, might I see the goods? See what I'm working with.
Perhaps just you and I. I'm gonna mind link with
K-
KB. I'm gonna keep
KB
my.
immediately starts unbuttoning his vest.
I'm gonna mind link
Alright,
with KB as I'm talking to her. I'm gonna make it seem
Okay.
as if I'm keeping concentration on what she's saying, and I'm gonna mind link with KB and say while
Got his
I'm
pants half down,
God,
shirt
no.
unbuttoned.
while I'm
Oh.
gonna say to KB while I have her distracted, do you think you could sneak out the back and see if there's another doorway? Perhaps she won't notice. As I finish saying that, I'm gonna approach her and kind of draw her eyes away from the direction we were at, so that if KB were to try to sneak away, she wouldn't necessarily notice. So I'm gonna walk around her a little bit and kind of smirk at her and say, "Is there a room, perhaps we could go into?"
We all work in the same profession here, honey. Right here's just fine.
Well, given that this is somewhat of an interview, I would prefer to do it personally.
Sounds good. She stands up, walks back about 15 feet. When you guys had come in that first night, those little like, not even rooms. They were like pillow rooms with like just curtains draped all around. And she sits down in one corner of it and pulls like 3 around, and then gestures for you to come in, and then she'll shut the curtain behind you.
I'm gonna look at Axel and mind link and be like, "Oh God, help KB. I want to keep her distracted for a minute."
Yeah, I think I want to like walk, not stealthily like army crawl on the ground, but just kind of like casually and kind of walk out the back and try to not be conspicuous as I do.
Okay.
So you're trying to do it conspicuously, but not quite stealthily.
He wouldn't.
Yeah, so I'm not, that kind of in between thing where like you're at a party and you're just trying to like blend in and just
The
walk
Irish
this.
goodbye.
You're not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
kinda-
I'm not like sneaking behind counters or anything like that. That would
Just
you know,
walking out, but not
that
drawing
would
attention.
look suspicious.
I've done the
Yeah.
Irish goodbye way too many times.
God.
Yeah, when you're done, you're done. Just roll a d20 for me. Just a d20.
You gotta type it right.
Yeah.
15.
Luckily, you are a goblin and you are low to the ground. And once everybody's attention kind of focuses and they notice this blue individual begin to strip behind a curtain that's still pretty see-through, the eyes kind of all
Pull my pants up and just walk out.
he's doing the he's pulling the pants up and he's kind of like,
Oh, not me? Okay, alright,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, sorry. I thought you meant me too.
and KB just kind of dissolve. Nobody
And
really
then I
even
think-
notices you kind of walk off, not stealthily, but you just walk
Yeah.
like a kid at
Hello.
Walmart. You just disappear.
I'll
Yeah.
follow him out to the yard.
Yeah, and then when I get there, I'll try to be quiet because I know that the two are still sleeping, but I'll just investigate to see if I can find any kind of like hidden passages or anything.
How long do they pass out for?
Oh, I was actually checking that. Sleep.
I think it-
I think it's
in-
like, it's not very long.
I don't think it's very long. I think it's a minute.
I think it is like a minute.
Yeah, they're
Mm.
probably they're two at this point, and they're very groggy and like confused. As you begin to like, you kind of like you come to the door where they're sitting up and they're both kind of like rubbing their eyes.
But
like,
keep
looking
in
at
mind,
each
Ginge,
other.
they're indifferent to us.
For now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll still kind of look around and see what I can find there. And
Okay.
if they say anything, I'll deal with it then.
Yeah.
Stabby,
Yeah.
stabby! Stabby, stabby!
Yeah.
Axel comes out. KB's on both their necks. Just
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to
Jesus,
sleep!
no. You walk out and they kind of look at you really confused because you're not walking in this time. You're walking out. So they're like,
Yeah.
They don't say anything, and they just kind of they continue to drink like some water. Axel gets a little bit more of a look as, tiny little goblin walks out, and then all of a sudden, big ass fucking Noel walks out full armor, weapons. Gets a little more looks. Roll a perception check. You did. No, that's for something else. Roll a perception check, because you're looking for an extra door or something.
Perception or investigate?
Investigation if you're walking around looking for stuff, and perception if you're just looking.
I'm gonna I think investigate. I will be a little more active. I'm not too concerned about these people.
Okay. You
What
begin
they think
to-
about me.
Kind of jump up on the wall a little bit. You start looking around. You're like hanging off the wall, like looking up at the doors. There are no other doors.
Oh, I just hit the shit out of my knee.
Oh, shit. That's the worst.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
Kibbles and Bits is down. Kibbles and
I'm not
Bits is
gonna make it.
down. But that's the worst. I actually hit my funny bone on the back of my elbow, and now my elbow is bruised,
Oof.
and it hurts real fucking bad. So I feel that pain. I can only imagine.
I have this desk. It was my dad's. It has a thing in the back that says United States Department of Defense, like 1962. It's like it's the heaviest thing
Well, I
that I
bet the
own
beast.
in my whole house.
Yeah. I still the
It's
difference
so
between
impractical.
my 1980s, my very first truck compared to like my vehicle now. My truck then was basically a tank. It was built of all steel, and now my vehicle now is like all fiberglass. Two totally different
this-
eras.
this
And then aluminum.
thing is just a
Yeah.
solid block of a tree trunk.
Yep. Oh yeah, 100%. What you do notice though, there are no other doors, but there are balconies on the second floor. Starting on the second floor, they kind of wrap around the building. About like 10 to 13 feet up, roughly. Is the start of that second floor.
Okay.
And you do look. It is a possible climb to get to the balcony. Like there's a bunch of what's the word I'm looking for? Like built into the brick, like overhangs that you can
Yeah.
possibly grip onto, like Assassin's Creed type shit.
But there's not a way to climb up there without looking suspicious,
In the middle of the day, probably not so much.
especially with two people pretty close to us. I'll telepathically say to Axel, I wonder if we can just from the inside ask to tour the place, and then if there's if we can pick up something from up there.
Do you think he was able to get up there while carrying a person?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try and focus. Like, does the scent like go upwards, like skywards?
No. The scent that you pick up is coming out of the building, almost like Sophia's being, or not Sophia, sorry, Patience is being drug out of the back door, and then by whatever this other scent that you can barely pick up, and then she seems to be handed off to the hooded individual, who seems to be stronger and is able to carry both of them.
Ooh.
And you mentioned Patient's scent coming out of the building, Sophia's ascent coming to the back of the gate, but that's kind of where it stops.
It stops pretty much right there. It doesn't stop, like it does continue in another direction, but he gets the scent like it is brought to the gate, and then it's like a heavy scent right there, like she was set down for a second or like a little while.
I almost wonder if we should just be honest with the owner and see if she can give us information about this.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Okay, let's go back in.
Has Madame
And
had a proper tour of Nova?
So, as you guys do all of this and you walk back in, you are catching the tail end of this. She is fully inspecting you, Nova, as in doing the lift, pump, suppleness. Like, she's doing all your curves, she's taking measurements. Little awkward, little intrusive, very intrusive. Probably more intrusive than you've ever had. And you guys all kind of walk in towards the end of it as she's kind of sat down, and you watching her like she's taking like kind of notes on a sheet of paper, and Nova's kind of like sliding things back up onto her shoulders and like buttoning things.
Well, sufficient.
More so. We'll definitely have to lose a little bit around the waist, but that's all right.
The fuck,
Oh shit!
bitch!
The adventuring will do
Oh,
that.
you prefer
We
the
don't have
anorexic type.
No, I prefer the non-bulky female type. There are some adventures that do come from time to time,
Fucking
but
hell.
there are certain
Nova's
adventuring
getting a
types.
complex at this point. This
Mm,
fucking bitch, how dare she?
Yeah, rightly so.
adve- Adventurers do come in from time to time looking for the bulkier ones, but
I'm
most of
bulky.
our client
Bulky.
bulky.
A lot, babe,
Sweetheart.
butts that cannot lie.
Bulky.
Most of our clientele that come in here
To quote my friend, mildly tanky.
are usually nobles and people of higher ranking. They like their women a little on the thinner side. Not that I per
Well,
se agree.
I know nobles that would disagree with that, personally speaking.
Yes, but we definitely have several that come in quite often and use our services.
Nova's gonna leave here today and probably not eat for a couple days.
Yeah, what's wrong with a little thickness? Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. The Meliorti mercantile merchants, they come in often. They have a son that uses us, and he does pay high coin.
Ooh.
Well, you know what they say.
Well, you piqued your interest again.
that
What kind of coin are we talking about?
Oh, we're talking a lot of platinum.
Oh. See her eyes glimmer, like she's completely forgetting about the complex you've given her.
And the name that I just dropped.
Oh, which one? What you said a name? What name?
Melior.
Meliorti. Oh shit, you did say that! Okay, well, take that back then. I'm gonna rewind Meliorti and be like, oh! Ah,
So
But that's not a new name though.
that's not. I completely didn't even hear him say that name.
we
It's
have
not my notes
them.
though. Where's that from?
I have that in my notes. I completely
Maybe
it
Sophia
went
hasn't
in
met her.
one ear and out the other. Oh. Meliorti, you say?
Yes. They frequent here often.
Oh, do they?
They make a lot of trades with the guild here, and with the Amberlit Academy.
Hmm. Well. How often?
I would say at least once every other week, 2 weeks. Why?
How long has it been since they've been here last?
I would have to check my ledgers.
Would you mind
But,
checking your ledgers?
No. Why would I need to check my ledgers? Is
Well,
this
I'm
somebody of an
curious.
acquaintance for you?
Yes, that's why I'm curious. It would be wonderful to run into them again. I didn't realize they came here.
She eyes you up and down very curiously. Would you now?
Well, I mean, I wasn't always from here.
I kind of figured. You see, I know the majority of people that are from around here. But that's alright. So, when would you be interested in starting?
Would depend on when they're back.
I would have to look, and that's not information that's privy to you yet.
I
As
wouldn't
that
need
is
to know
a-
the exact date. You mentioned they show up every other week or so, so just curious if they'd be coming back soon. Maybe I'd be more anxious to begin right away.
Well, then maybe they come back tomorrow or the day after.
Oh, perfect. Then perhaps I will start tomorrow.
Sounds good. I guess we will need to get you signed to the ledger and the contract signed.
You mentioned a contract. What's the employee profit sharing percentages for the place here?
I take off 75% on the top, and you get 25% of what the customer pays. Free room, free board within the building, and we feed you up front.
Are there any employee matching on contributions to an HRA?
Yeah.
After 5 years, the employee matching does go up. We do match client for client.
And you did mention profit sharing. What about, do you get any restricted stock or anything like that after you've been here for a couple years?
We don't have that. We do have a Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kalor, and we do a Denta Delta.
Oh,
So,
shit! Hell
yeah.
yeah! Sign me up.
We have a lot of orcs that do come in here and work here. We provide, obviously, tusk care and a tusk implant. So
Not bad.
we try.
Are tusk implants a covered service on your
They are.
on your dental
Yeah.
plan? I see.
We actually do carry them. Yeah. We can't have people come in for that specific, that specific thing. We can't have tuskless orcs coming in.
And the employees, I'm sure, make up 50% of the board, right?
Oh yes.
The employee representative. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And we have a pizza party every month of the meetings.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I think that counts as an employee benefit for sure.
Yeah, it does. Taco Tuesdays, Pizza Fridays.
Imagine saying Taco Tuesdays on your employee application.
We have casual Wednesdays.
Casual Wednesdays. You
Are
can wear
there,
jeans on Friday.
That's an item on your total comp.
Expect 25% of my salary to be paid to me in tacos on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Well, you're in a brothel, so specify tacos.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Are there any stairs going up that I can see at the moment?
There are.
Okay. While she's
There's-
engrossed in talking to those two, I'm getting really annoyed. I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Axel's like, fuck.
Look at
You-
we're like, this contract's surprisingly generous. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, actually,
KB's
Quite
even
taken.
turned.
right. KB's like,
Um,
"Do you want to check me out? Like, I can
Yeah.
strip now if you want me to take my turn." God.
Axel, are you doing it stealthily, or are you gonna try and do this nonchalant?
Nonchalant. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm meant to do
Check it
this.
out. Yeah.
Okay, roll a d20 for me, just out of curiosity.
18.
Axel, even as big and as
I've got her attention.
stand-out-ish as he is,
Hey, don't try and credit this to you. This is me.
No, I'm just saying I've got her attention.
he manages to make himself actually look like he is interested in the artwork, which is all naked people paintings, and Axel like makes it look like he's very interested in each one of them, and he's following the paintings as they go up the this
I'm touring
winding
the
staircase.
faculty.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Axel, and the entire time Axel is doing this, he's just cringing out, looking at like these different races spread in different positions.
It's Playboy art.
Pornhub.
About halfway up the stairs, though, Axel, you do pick up Patience's scent lightly, and it's mixed in with everything else. But you do start to kind of like pick it up again, like you're separated from the bottom floor, which seems to be where a lot of the drugs and other things are done. So the scents are a little more like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Fragrant.
combined, yeah, like very very like down
Dank.
there. Whereas as you as you go up the stairs, it kind of separates out, and you are able to pick up that scent again.
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately lock onto that before I lose it. Be like, oh shit, there it is again,
Okay.
and begin to follow it.
Roll a perception check for me, with advantage. Nice. You immediately grasp onto it, and you look before you do it, just to make sure nobody's in your way, but you close your eyes and you take a big whiff, and you immediately lock on and begin to follow the scent down the hallway. You don't have to go too far. It's about 3 rooms down the hallway. And the scent is all over the door, mixed in with this other scent that you are now picking up. It's a confusing scent. In your mind, you're seeing almost like a tiefling or something of that nature, in a very scantily dressed female, heavily perfumed, but for some reason the face is blurred, like
Mhm.
something's not right. But you do pick up Patience's scent on the other side of this door.
I'm gonna sort of very gently put my ear up to the door. Do I hear anything?
You do not.
I'll very gingerly test the doorknob.
It seems to be locked.
Minute, thinking. The components for Weaver's tools include several needles. Could I attempt to improvise them as a set of lockpicks and attempt to pick the door?
You can. We'll say it's a straight roll though, because you're not using thieves' tools.
Right. Just a straight dex roll?
Yep.
Okay. I will attempt to do that then.
Roll away.
4.
You can't. The needles are too tiny
Yeah.
that you're not getting the good. You can't get it under the tumbler.
Yeah, I
Every
can't. I can't lift up any pins with this shit.
No, every time you think you have the tumbler, it just falls off the end. It almost bends the needle a little bit, and you're getting frustrated. It doesn't break the lock, so the DC still stays the same, but your Weaver's tools are kind of getting fucked up.
Yeah. I want to attempt to can I attempt to force it open quietly? Is that possible?
Roll a stealth check, and then roll an attack.
Stealth. Ay. 4.
Okay.
And then
Roll attack.
17 on the strength.
As the door kind of gives way, and you're like, "Oh shit!" Makes a pretty good noise.
I'm not worried about anybody outside. I'm worried about waking up someone who might be sleeping on the inside. But what is inside?
As you peer through the door, nothing's in there. An empty room, but kind of a mess. Not like in a bad way, but something happened in here of a nature.
Ah, damn. I thought I had it.
As you step into the room, though, the 2 cents hit you heavily of patience and this other individual. And as you take a big whiff, you kind of wished you wouldn't have, as you get the mental images of the horizontal tango between 2 individuals, patience being one of them.
Does Patience's scent stop here, or does it go back out the door?
It does both. It stops here and is here for a while, and then you catch the scent exit the room as well with that same individual. The difference is the scent that you pick up kind of, it's like the bodies are muddled together, like this other person is dragging this other person or
Right.
carrying them. It just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I want to attempt to follow that mingled together scent.
Okay. You follow it back down the stairs to about halfway down the stairs, and once you get to about that halfway and a little bit beyond, that scent starts to mix back into that room below.
I will very casually rejoin the others, oh yeah, this place is great, I'm glad I toured it.
So we have pizza parties once a month, and when we do, we usually go over our benefits and our HR developments, and
I'm gonna smile. Well, it's been absolutely enlightening. Like I mentioned, I believe I'd be happy to start tomorrow. But you mentioned signing a contract. Is that something you have to put together?
I do.
Would it be ready for tomorrow?
I could have it ready by tonight's evening.
Oh, lovely. I'm gonna turn and look at KB and then see Axel coming. Do you two have any questions, or we can always come back this evening or tomorrow?
I will ask Axel telepathically. Do we still want to ask her if she knows anything about an abduction?
I don't know. This place is. I caught Patience again. It went up, and then he in real time, he does that dog thing where they almost half sneeze and shake about rapidly, this. It goes up, but then it comes back down here. I don't get it.
I think I will just ask um, the owner. Um, there was a blue tiefling here last night that had previously traveled with us, and we haven't seen her yesterday evening or this morning. Do you happen to see where she had gone this morning? Maybe when she left, or maybe late last night.
I'm sorry, I do not know.
Yeah, sure. I know you have a lot of guests. I'm sure you don't keep track of everyone. I just thought I'd ask. I'm sure we'll catch up with her at some point today. I just,
Likely fucking story, bitch.
And then
you
I'm
know,
gonna add
you
to what
never know unless you ask.
KB said. Well, that being said, the blue tiefling, as he said, it's hard to keep track, but do you have a red tiefling that might work here? It seems she might know her.
I don't have a red tiefling that works here. Sorry.
They must have come together then. I'm sure we'll find them.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, and we will be seeing you later.
Of
Can I
course.
roll insight just to see if I can get a sense that she's being truthful, which is possible, or if she just seems
Yeah, roll.
Nova
like she's
would
hiding
typically do
something.
that, but because she got blocked before and it kind of gave a...
You didn't roll an insight. You tried to
No,
read
I
her.
tried to read her thoughts, and it worried me because I felt like, what if she realized I tried to do that? So I haven't tried to check her in any way, shape, or form just because I'm afraid that she might catch that.
With your perception checks, you would notice she's not wearing it right now. FYI.
Oh, shit! Okay,
and,
well, if in that case, when I was asking her about the blue tiefling, if I'd noticed she's not wearing that gem, I'm going to be reading her thoughts. Not deep diving, but like when I said, hey, the blue tiefling, the top layer, would be kind of shaping her thoughts a little bit.
Okay. First, KB, no, she seems truthful. But when he does ask that question about the blue tiefling, and you read her top thoughts, Donovan asks, or demands, so many things that makes my life difficult.
And then when I asked the question about the red tiefling that works here, if I'm catching her top thoughts as I'm saying that, what would she be thinking?
She generally does not know who the red tiefling is.
Okay. Like, oh, red tiefling? No, okay. All right. Okay, well, again, thank you so much. I'll reach out to shake her hand.
Okay. She stands up and reaches out this elongated, gorgeous hand and, like, wraps the whole, like, the fingers around yours and tilts it up and bows, like, slightly towards you.
I'll give her a slight bow, too. We'll be seeing you later.
I look forward to it. And a fruitful business ship.
I agree. It sounds wonderful to work here.
Just remember, it's pepperoni on Fridays.
Ah, my favorite.
Ah, good.
All right, and I will turn and walk towards the front door, since we get flack for going towards the back. Or coming in the back last time.
Okay. Jesus. KB, arsonist, and anarchist. The double A's. What's the triple A? What's the third A? Arson, anarchy,
Asshole.
asshole. Got it. There we go.
Just kind of an asshole.
Just a dick.
Oh, yeah.
You guys make your way out the front door.
As we exit, I'm gonna talk lowly to KB and Axel and say, as we were talking to her about patience, she was thinking about somebody named Donovan and their demands. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but she obviously knows something.
Oh, well, we know about Donovan because of the gunslinger.
You're right. Yeah, she
You
meant
know a little bit.
she
Yep.
was thinking about Donovan and his demands as I was talking about patience, so it had to be connected. So she must know something.
You would at least know that, yeah, we would have told you that Donovan was looking for us. And that the
Yeah.
gunslinger was sent by Donovan. So, yeah.
Okay. What do we do from here? We seem to have hit a roadblock with that back gate.
You know, I'm trying to fight my initial instinct, which is to beat the shit out of this woman and force her to tell us what she knows about where one of Donovan's men would hide out.
Well, she seems particularly interested in Axel. Perhaps she'd be willing to go into an actual room with him. Granted, I wasn't in a very concealed place, but perhaps she'd be willing. And if we could get her in a room, we might have a little bit more luck with being discreet.
It's quite an escalation. I don't think there's a way back from that plan.
Well, I mean, I don't actually plan on working here. We can burn bridges.
Yeah, but I don't know what other kind of connections she has.
True.
But I don't know how, if we can't get a sense of where they went in town, I don't know how else we could find out.
The scent did continue on down the alley. FYI.
It did?
Yes.
Well, then why did we go inside?
Because it stopped at the gate, and then you had the two
Patience.
scents that met. Correct. Patience got added to the scent.
Should we go back to the back gate and see if we can see if there's anything that might lead anywhere else?
I think so.
I think it's our only other shot.
All right.
God. Ugh.
I know. I'm ready to be rid of this place.
I stay up all night, and this is the first thing I have to do in the morning.
I'm sorry.
So, as you guys make your way to the back alley again, to continue doing what you were doing. Patience. Sophia. You find yourself coming to. It's morning. The individual has greeted you. The lights are low with scant amount of light peeking in through tiny little windows throughout this, wherever you are. You find yourself in kind of a, like a medium-ish to large room, and there's 5 cells, 3 directly across the way from you, and then yours and 1 directly to your right that are spaced out. In these 2, you and Sophia have been chained separately away from each other, bound, gagged, and beaten profusely.
Have I taken damage?
Yeah, a lot.
How much health are we at?
I would say you guys are both about half health.
Ouch.
Patience, the fingers on your left hand are all broken. And Sophia, your left ankle has been snapped. But you find yourself coming to. Slowly and just very, very groggily. Currently, you are not gagged, but you are bound, sitting in your cells.
We are in cells.
Yes.
Hmm.
You're both incels. Yes.
Damn it. I didn't realize it.
And you both of you are like hog style tied up, like hands behind the back, and you're also tied to your ankles that are tied up. So you're like
That's
sitting on your
so
knees.
disrespectful.
Oh yeah, it's the worst to get tied up. If you've ever had it done, you ain't moving.
Can't say that I have.
It is not.
I
Fun.
got older brothers.
Really? Not even under the right circumstances?
I drank a lot and was in law enforcement school with a lot of other fuckers.
Ooh, yeah, never mind.
We used to have wrestling matches and so you could get the other person first.
Drugs.
Patience?
Yeah, I'm alive, unfortunately. Fuck. How are you holding up?
Where are we?
Not a damn clue. Oh, my fucking head. Ah. This is all my fault.
What do you mean?
The patient's just kind of doesn't respond, just looks at the floor.
Who did this? What do you know? What is going on?
I don't know, but they found us.
Who?
Who do you think? Connect the dots.
Oh.
I know you're smart. I don't
Oh,
know.
of course. They're all connected. All those pits are. Word got around.
I guess so.
They underestimated us.
Maybe we underestimated him. No.
No, I mean, they know you. They don't know me.
And as I
say that, if they know who I was, they would have gagged me. And I'm gonna cast, since I have. Oh no! How bound are my arms, Ginge?
Like, heavily bound.
Can't move them.
No. And as you begin to speak the spell, as you kind of prepare
No,
it.
I can't cast spells, Ginge.
Oh.
Only ones that don't require verbal or somatic or material components, probably.
Correct. If there are spells that only have verbal components, I could cast them. None that are useful here.
Yeah, well,
I've never done this before.
mm,
You can't even
without
move your
moving
hands?
my arms, it's not the same thing. There's emotion to it. Oh,
How far is Sophia from me?
Like 10, 15 feet away. Like in a whole other
10?
cell across the hallway.
Oh, 10 feet though?
Roughly-ish. More. A decent ways away. Like, you guys are kept separate. And as you begin to kind of talk and you're kind of rousing, the door opens. And this individual walks in
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
and immediately walks into Sophia's cell, punches her straight across the face, like almost like it sounds like she dislocates the jaw. And you watch as a mask and a gag gets put over Sophia's face and head. The chains are unhooked from the wall and she begins to be dragged across the floor.
Hey, asshole! Don't fucking touch her!
I'll be with you in 1 second.
No, you look at me right now, bitch! Don't you fucking touch a hair on her head!
Takes the chains and hangs her. So she's hanging like this now. And so she's like in the air, hanging like so. And about 15 seconds later, he walks out and comes back in dragging another individual. And hangs him about 10 feet from her, if that. So these two individuals are like, she's just hanging there. And he pulls a seat up in front of your cell. Slides the chair. Turns it so like the chair parts towards you. And puts his hands on top like so and leans in. It's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, likewise, cunt.
Hold on, I gotta
Need different music.
a little bit.
What are we looking for? More
I have an
ominous or
kind of. What the fuck? Get out of here.
I like friendly acquaintance music.
Right?
Yeah, we're just having a party over here.
I had to listen to it really quick. I had to get my accent. All right. Pull it up here. All right. Well, little patience. Little patience. We have a choice to make here today. See,
Yeah, I guess we do.
you fucked up. You made a deal with Donovan. You got a debt to Donovan. And you ran. Donovan wants you back. His little prized Mustang. You got work to do. She don't mean much to me. She's not part of the contract. Could mean nothing to me. I know what she can do. We've been watching you. Your dumb ass walked into those fucking pits. You know, we hung around for a while. We got word from Wiley, from Donovan. You were still around and lurking. We were already in Krawlers, so we stayed here. Me and your little friend. And at that moment, the red tiefling comes from around the corner, head kind of hung low. And as she comes around the corner, well, I do believe you have met Needle. And as he says Needle, her face and body morph and change. And she turns into a, like pale, kind of like a light pale, bluish white tone. Completely bald. Looks to be a changeling. And she pulls the hood up over her head and kind of... She's also another individual that, owes Donovan a little bit of money. She does it because she has to. I do it because I enjoy it. So, it's really nothing personal. It's just business. Although,
Yeah, that's what all you assholes say.
although I think it's really important to enjoy your work, don't you? See, the funny thing about pain, it's not effective at retrieving information. Hmm? Once you hurt people enough, hell, they'll tell you anything you want to hear. They'll tell you all the good information. So that information is unreliable at best. Still, what it certainly is good for is breaking a person down. So they absolutely know you have power over them, justified or not. There is no greater power to hold over somebody than to have them beg you for death. And for you to say no. And trust me, in a few short moments, you will be begging me to end you, and I won't. I won't. Just know, right here, at this point, this is where this is heading. You can talk, you can confess, you can tell me every sin you've committed in your miserable little shitty fucking life. But it won't do nothing to prevent the inevitable. Needle. Play something. Jesus.
A
Fucking
fly
spider
flies
just
into his mouth.
like a spider or something. The fuck? That ruined my ambiance, you fucker.
I thought that was part of the skit. I was like, oh shit.
Jesus Christ, no. It was like right there. Um
I don't like that.
yeah. Needle. Play something whimsical. I got it. That little piece Donovan sent us to play for Patience here. Patience, you know that song. You know exactly that song too, Patience. It's a little piece Donovan used to play when he used to beat people to death.
Donovan was a real charmer.
This, Patience, is gonna be an extremely pleasant few days for me. So in the meantime, as she sets up our music, we're gonna play a little game. We have two people here. Motherfucker, I'll kill you this. Fuck.
He
off,
wants some of that smoke. He's listening to you do this whole spiel and he's like, damn,
dipshit.
gotta take this guy out, he's gonna end me.
Yeah. We're gonna play a little game. You have two choices. This individual over here, family man. What do you think, Bert? He punches him right in the gut. Please, I don't want to do it. I got the money. He owes a little bit of money. Gambling. Fuck up. Family man. You don't even know him. You don't even care. Your little friend right here. What do you think, Sophia? Punches her right in the stomach. You get to choose. I'm gonna take a piece of one of them, and I'm gonna hand it to you. and you're gonna choose. Which one are you gonna choose? Got you that time, fucker.
Just asking.
My head's still bound, right?
Your hands are still bound, and
I thought he put a hood over my head.
he put a hood over your head. Yep.
Yep.
You're gonna choose. You're gonna choose if I send bits and pieces back to Bert's little family, or I just take off a toe from your little Sophia. And in that, which one should I play? The first song or the second song? Like, do you matter?
The one that you was like, oh yeah, that's different. That one.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck am I about to hear?
Relaxing. Choose patience. Choose now. Choose now. He opens the gate and gets right in your face, punches you 3 times square in the nose.
Remove
I
this
said
hood.
fucking choose!
Let me tell you in the eyes. Remove this hood, I said, and I will tell you what I want.
Fine. I'll choose for you. And he stands up,
Can I?
shoves you to the ground, and shoves like the biggest piece of hay into your mouth. And
I would
stands up.
like to.
This isn't how the game was meant to be played.
I would like to activate my arms.
You find when you go to activate anything, you find your strength lost.
I don't have key.
Something about these chains drain all energy from you.
Fuck.
Did you stop the music, Ginge?
No, it just cuts off like that.
Oh shit.
And this
So
isn't
we'll
how
just
the
do-
game was meant. This isn't how you wanted the game to go. This isn't how the game was meant to go. Remove this hood, and I'll tell you what you want.
I'll loop it.
I got it. There we go. Oh, that works too.
Coward.
That's fine. And he like gets down because you're like laying on your side now, and he like shoves your head on the concrete floor. I'm gonna have fun with this one. And like slides your face along the concrete and stands up, and you watch as he begins to walk towards
Well,
Sophia.
I can't watch. My hood's bound. My head's
Yeah.
bound.
So, 2 things happen. 1, he takes off Sophia's mask and shoves something into her mouth, and then immediately walks over towards Bert.
As soon as he takes the mask off and I can see him, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver.
You cannot cast anything, as you are bound by the same chains. You find the energy drained immediately from you.
You hear Sophia shout out with confidence, but nothing happens.
You think that was gonna work and I wouldn't take precautions? Stupid girl. And he walks over towards
I think
Bert,
you're a coward.
and he pushes her against the wall, or him against the wall. He takes off the mask on Bert, and you see the terror in his eyes.
How does it feel to have no choice of your own and follow Donovan and whatever he wants?
I'm gonna enjoy watching you watch this. And he begins to post this man up.
How long have
crucifix
you
style.
been? How long have you been Donovan's dog?
A long time. He allows me
Oh, that's embarrassing.
freedoms.
Doesn't seem like it.
Do you know why they call me the Hammer?
Do you know why you're looking for me? Not because you want to find us, because Donovan wants us.
He takes giant stake posts and begins to hammer this individual into the wall, and you just hear the blood-curdling screams as this individual is staked, crucifix style, stripped naked. Ooh. Here's the fun part. He grabs the man's junk, cuts it clean off, shoves it in the man's throat, and you watch as the individual begins to bleed out in front of you and just like violently is shaking along the wall. You've seen this before, once before, when you first joined and were kind of taken to the back scene of Donovan. This is a scare tactic he uses. A very efficient scare tactic. It's a message that he sends to people. So, as he turns, covered in gore, I'll start on her next. And he turns, walks out of the room, closes the door. Sophia, you're just left there, hanging midair. Needle sits in the corner, head down. As you're spitting out the remnants of the hay and straw that he shoved into your mouth, Patience, as you watch this individual, like, looks like he's doing his death kicks, like he's on the end of it right now.
I just slump to the ground.
Is this it?
I didn't want this. I don't want to be here. You hear a light voice from the corner.
Spare me this.
Yeah. You know what it's like working under him.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice.
There's always a choice. We left.
There's not.
Well,
Not
that
for me.
got us.
Why don't you run? P3. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been caught either. Donovan's arm is not as strong as he thinks it is. We've already escaped him once. This man is not the first one to think he can end us.
Nobody ever escapes. If you want, I can help you end it fast. I'm very good at
What do you want?
poisons and whatnot.
Do you think that your debt's paid? You're still here. We're
My debt's
caught
not
if
paid.
your debt
My
will
debt
never
will
be
never
paid.
be paid. No, it
Exactly.
won't.
No, you said it. I started. There's
It
only one
insured
way that there
a
is only
freedom.
one way the debt is paid.
No, there's not. If
Oh
I
no,
die,
that there is. There is.
if I die,
Not you. Not you.
I don't.
Do you know how Donovan gets what he wants?
He takes it,
No.
and he will continue to take it. And he will hold it over
Donovan gets what he wants off fear. He thinks people
Yeah.
fear him. He gets what he wants off of cowards.
you. And you don't fear him?
People like Wiley, people like the guy who has us here, they're all cowards. They think they enjoy being tough, but they're not. They're not.
They
They're
are.
sheep. They're
They
sheep.
might be sheep,
They
but they're sheep
fear
that do what they
us.
want to do.
They bound us for a reason. He's scared of what I can do. And rightfully he should be. He should be scared of what both of us can. Using cheap tricks. Lying to us. Taking advantage of what we want most to get what they want. That's something cowards would do. Donovan can be brought down. He's overconfident, but not invincible.
He can't. You don't think I haven't tried? You don't think I'm not stuck in some kind of infinite loop? You don't think he has some
Exactly what I
kind of...
think you are.
He has hold over me.
He has hold over a lot of people.
My hold's different. I'm stuck.
And then you've given up.
Could say that. Or I've just submitted. It's...
In my eyes, there's no difference.
Possibly. It's that or they die. I choose me.
Who is they?
My little brother and sister.
Donovan has them too.
He found us 6 months ago.
You may think you're alone. Donovan has family of ours as well. You're not the only one who feels hopeless, feels that their actions have consequences. And we're not gonna wait around while Donovan does what he wants. If we're able to get out of here, Donovan is who we're going after. But what you're doing now is not gonna save your brother and sister. Donovan's not gonna
safe,
release them because you captured us.
No, but it keeps them safe.
But they're not safe, they're in his captivity.
I can't.
Do you want
get
them
to
free or
that.
not?
I would love to see them free. But there's no way that I can get to them fast enough to make a difference. Instead, I will keep doing this, which keeps them safe. I see them once a week, and I know that they're safe. I'll think of something
Then
someday, maybe. I don't know.
I understand why you do what you do.
It's either that or we turn out like him. And she points to the man and the large pool of blood that is on the ground now. It's either that or he breaks you. He breaks you finger by finger, limb by limb, and freezes you, and then shatters it in front of you. You've seen it. You can't tell me you haven't seen it.
She hasn't. I have.
Then you know. You know how he enjoys listening. He plays this while he does this.
Yep. Real sick bastard.
And you can stop
How
that.
long have you known this,
Who is she speaking to? Sorry.
Patience?
A long time.
How long have you known he was a monster? I know you didn't like the man, but
Well, I mean, I didn't think I could touch him. I could, and he wasn't doing anything to me. So I looked the other way. Maybe I should have done something, and I probably would have died.
If what you
Yeah.
say is... Look, I don't fully know Donovan the way you do.
Yeah. No, you don't.
But I can't imagine the number of people he's hurt. And Needle, if you value... I know it's hurting what he has over your brother and sister. But he has the same hold over us. Our father's captured. But think about all the other people.
I-
It's not just your brother and sister. It's the countless people that Donovan, Wiley, and this man have gone after. It's not worth it if there's any chance of stopping it. I imagine any one of them would be willing to sacrifice himself for the chance of saving everyone else.
I don't know.
And if you're the reason Donovan can keep doing this, if you're doing what he wants, you're as bad as he is. You're the
No.
reason that your brother and sister are captured. You're the reason that our father is being held. You're the reason that Donovan's able to keep his will over all these people.
Roll a persuasion check.
Hard when I have a bag over my head.
I don't know. I know, and I understand, and I know what I'm doing is wrong, but I can't stop him, and the hammers. He's too strong.
You can't. I agree.
I need time to think. And
We
she
can.
stands up and she makes her way
Not
over
just
to you,
us.
and she puts the gag back in and like closes the cell to patients again. You're in your fucking. I'm gonna kill your brother too, bitch. I'm getting harassed.
This is my own private domicile, and I will not be harassed.
And she stands up, and you can hear the silent, like kind of like crying or sobbing, like choking up. And she gags you guys again, and quickly makes her way out of the room. And as before she leaves the room, he's not going to kill you. He's going to be transporting you in 2 days. There's an airship that's leaving here and heading back to Dollar. Give me time to think. Please. Hold on. And she closes the door behind her and leaves. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
What? It's only 10:45.
Ginge, do you know what time it is?
Yeah,
It's
it's
only
10:45.
10:45.
Do you guys want me to go a little bit longer? 'Cause
Yes, we
Yeah.
have more
tired.
searching to do.
All right.
I fucking forgot I had portent rolls.
I will muster up the strength for a little bit longer. I'm getting tired. All right.
You got this, Ginge.
All right. Give me like some medium type music, some searching music.
Investigation.
Investigation.
So we come back to the group. You find yourself it's getting to be about late evening at this point. We're talking like 3-ish o'clock. Not quite dusk, a little bit before. You find yourself back into the alley where you left off. You're not quite next to the gate. You're a little further down from it, and you begin to pick the scent back up. Now, you have 4 scents. Patience, Sophia, the hooded individual, and this red tiefling.
Would he even know that?
Yeah, he picked it up. He picked up the other 2 scents on top of the stairs. Now that he's
Oh,
come
right.
out, now that he's come back out, he's more familiar with the scents, and he's able to instantly recognize.
His 2 cents.
His
Oh,
what?
I'll give you some of my 2 cents, buddy. Watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have Sophia's keepsake, so that'll help me out. So I'll continue to follow hers.
And I'm still gonna be walking behind him with my hand on him, ready to give guidance as he's searching.
Make a persuasion check. Sorry.
You mean perception?
Yes, thank you. See
And
what I mean?
add
We're
your-
starting to fade out.
Add your D4.
We're about 20
19.
minutes away from getting
is-
the FUCK in the chat.
I'm just. It's been a long week. Summer's here, so
I
when
feel
that
ya.
happens, all of our reports start to ramp up, and we start to get extra busy. And I have the nicest way I could put it, I am the babysitter for adult children, and I have 2 right now that I'm ready to spank the shit out of.
Maybe you should just
I really want to. Trust me. 2
spoil
of them.
spare the rod, spoil the child. and all
Yeah,
that.
well, one of them is about fucking 6'6" and like 400 pounds, so it's gonna be a very
Yeah.
solid beating if I go about it. But he acts like he's fucking 5, so we'll put it at that. Anyways, you begin to. I think it's like the 7th fucking one you guys have rolled on a D4.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's 19, so it's still really good.
No, I'm not saying. I know that. I'm just saying, like, your D4s have been 1.
Yeah.
Sucks.
You begin to make your way into the thoroughfare. It opens up into kind of a bigger like area, like a walking area, like streets and kind of like a in between houses. You're more into like a residential side right now as you take a couple steps out, which is awkward because the ferry's call is right there, a big old whorehouse, and you take a big step out into a main road, and then it's like houses, and you're just kind of like, okay, that's weird.
Close to business, bro. Easy access.
Exactly, they're probably apartments. You make your way out and you begin to pick up the scents, and it's a constant up and down struggle. You catch the scent, you lose the scent, you pick up other scents, you get kind of confused for a little while, and you end up following something else that you think is that. Almost like somebody walked through the scent and drug it like 5 feet, and you're like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? It's not over there. No, it's back here. And you make your way back to what you were doing, and you begin to follow the scent again. After about 10 minutes, you realize where you're heading. You're heading to God damn it. I know what it is. I just can't think of
Slags.
it. Thank you. I want to say the yeah. So you're heading towards the slags. At this point, it's just about 4 p.m.
Perfect. We can still get in.
You keep going.
Okay. You're greeted by the 2 guards at the gate. Can we help you?
Yes, we would like to check it out inside. We understand there's
It
some
is
vendors here.
there's no vendors in here. It is almost dusk time, and from your attire, it does not look like you realize what is beyond the gate here. This is the destitute, the rundown portion of the city. It's very unsafe. You do not want to be here. I would recommend going back towards the ferry's call or the higher end, areas for purchasing and for goods and wares.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, since it's a recommendation that we don't go inside, I will choose to to forego that recommendation and check out inside.
I see.
Damn.
We realize
You-
we don't have much time. We know this is here. We always pass by it. We're just curious what it's like inside.
I see. Might I see your identifications?
I'll hand him my identification.
He gathers up Novas. Gathers
I'll
up
give him my tip.
Axels and KBs.
Uh-huh.
Looks them over. Looks you over. Gives kind of a confused look. Well, do enter. Fair warning though, you have 1 hour, and the gates will be closed. And if you are in there, you're in there.
Oh, understood. We don't plan on staying long since it's so run down anyway.
Fair enough. Do be careful. But with him, he looks very menacing. So, enjoy.
Thank you. I'll give him a little head bow and go inside.
The immediate change. I don't think any of you have been in here. So,
No. I think we've
Ah.
come here before and
come to the
asked.
edge.
We asked, yeah, we never went inside.
Yeah. So, immediately, you cross over, and like the first 10 feet, it looks exactly like Kaylor. You're like, oh, this isn't fucking run down. What the hell? Like the buildings are they're a little more worn, but they're not bad. But the moment you cross about that 10-foot threshold, it, what's the word? How do I want to explain it?
Just trashed. Nasty.
Gilbert, Arizona to Southern Mesa. Like you start to you have really nice houses, and then it kind of gets like medium houses, and then all of a sudden it just like
Trashy.
full blown like the 17 vehicles in the yard,
In the front
and
yard.
yeah,
Yeah,
and like
all
the
broken
spots.
down.
the double wide that's like falling down on one side.
Yards are unkept, weeds everywhere.
Exactly. And it goes from like 1, maybe 2 buildings to like 5, 6 buildings stacked.
You just entered Meth City, Maryland.
Correct. And immediately, even for those of you that don't have the awareness, you get the immediate danger zone. Like you're being like you look all around you, and you're not being watched, or you don't think you're being watched, but you feel like you're being watched.
Hell, we're fine. There's nothing going on.
Yeah. But you immediately feel like you're being watched. All the alleys, complete pitch black. You can't see more than about a foot or 2 into each one of them. These houses are stacked at a bare minimum, like 5, 6, or more. You look at these houses that are like up against the city walls, like in the distance, and you can see where they're like 8, 9 houses tall with like these big like gangplank walkways up, and they seem to be almost like bolted or like stuck to the sides of the walls of Kaylor. Like they've built up against the walls and found a way to like affix like the hobbles or these makeshift whatever the hell they are to the sides of the wall.
Wow. I feel like we've walked into a completely different city.
I'm just gonna sort of like mumble as I'm still focusing, like, Nova, stay close.
The smells are awful.
Gonna keep my
By the way,
hand on
Axel.
Axel's back.
Yeah. So before, when you had issues, it was because of heavy perfumes and like heavy like like body odor type stuff, like good like just overpowering like perfumes and whatnot. It is the opposite. Human feces, human urine. If you smell enough, you smell death, like people's rotting bodies. And you're just slightly able to keep the scent. Roll another perception check for me.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, and a natural
Heyo.
1. Right?
The duality of man.
Yeah,
What about the
I
D4?
mean,
Is it going to be a nat 1 again?
Natural
Hell
4.
yeah!
Hey.
Maxed
Um,
out, maxed out. He can smell
You're
everything.
well, you're more accustomed to this. This is kind of like growing up in the wastelands between the death and the pungent body odors when you were looking for certain people in certain areas. Usually the encampments within the canyons are, 20 some people shoved into a tiny little cavern. You're kind of used to this one a little bit more. It's foul, but you know what to look for and how to separate the smells. You hone in, and it leads you deep into the slags. You make your way for about 5 minutes into the slags, 10 minutes, and between a lot of winding roads and back alleys. And you lose the smell. And you sniff into the air. And with an nat 20, you still keep the scent, but it is no longer ground level. It's almost like in the air. Like they were drugged to this location, carried to this location, set down, and then just like they're just gone. In front of you is a stack of buildings, about 10 or 12 buildings high. To your left, about 8 on that one, and then to your immediate right, there's almost like it's like one single hovel, but it's bigger than the other ones, and people are coming and going out of it. It looks to be maybe where there's drinks or some kind of makeshift bar.
Okay. And this is where it definitively ends. Like, it doesn't, like, peter off into another direction.
It's weird. It doesn't peter off into another direction, but it peters off into like the air, like
Right.
just something. It's like in the air around you, and you're not sure if they went up or if the ground just suddenly gave way and they went straight down. You're not sure.
Yeah. Like, instead of like a straight line, it's like a cloud.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He'll turn and say, this, I think I can confidently say this time that this is where it ends.
How does it just end?
I think they were kept here for some time, and so it's kind of just... What's the word? Fucking concentrated here.
Huh. So they were here, and then you can't tell if they went anywhere else.
No. Based on where we are, my guess is that they were maybe brought into one of those two residences.
Kind of regret not putting that extra level into my class now, because I had something and then it's gone because I took it away and put it into as multi-class fucking shit.
The fun of D&D.
Oh man.
You're winging it. You got to get creative. At this point, it is about 4:30ish. It's beginning to get. I can't speak. It's beginning to get kind of dark.
Is there a particular... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, especially down here in the slags, for some reason it is, like oddly darker.
Okay. So where the scent ends, you said it. Axel said it's one of these two. It might be. Is there
Possibly.
one that we're more specifically in front of where we stopped?
No, it kind of
like right in
ends like
between.
in like that general area.
And there's two specific hovels
Yeah.
at that spot.
Two specific hovels, one larger hovel, and then it's kind of like it's almost like a Y in the road. Actually, it's more of like a cul-de-sac. Like it comes to like an end of a road and it comes like a big like a horseshoe.
So looking at the two hovels. Do they appear to be lively, like there are people inside of them?
Yeah. Yeah, you see people coming and going up and down these like spiral staircases made of you name it. Like rat bone, fucking pieces of wood, cloth. I mean, it's a janky staircase.
If we could get inside of one of these hovels, do you think you'd be able to potentially pick up the smell again? If they were in there?
Yeah, I mean, if it was the right one.
So let's just check them both out.
I'd love to just like do an intuition on like which one. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I had something.
Which one seems more reasonable to keep a prisoner?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get a sense for it. If they look generally the same, or if one looks more.
Which one of these looks very prison-like?
Yeah.
Or like does one look more ominous or suspicious or I don't know than the other? They generally look the same.
They all look exactly. Well, I wouldn't say exactly the same.
I don't mean like material. I mean just like from looking at them, would one of them give off like a this one looks more suspicious than the other? No, okay.
Vibe.
No.
We're doing a vibe check on both of them.
Vibe check.
No. Visually, they all look kind of the same. Like not one of them is nicer looking than the other one. Or bigger. There's a couple that are like a tish bigger, but not, nothing like crazy. Like they're all different shapes, and then like the next house is stacked onto whatever it can be stacked onto, and it's kind of like built and staked into that one, and then on the next one up, they like build and stake into it in a really fucking janky ass manner. Yeah, I mean it's just like think of like the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit movie, like the bridges and shit. Like it's just very jankily made stairs and like haphazardly built together, like hovel type small, one room probably apartment type houses.
Wonder if this would matter. Hold on, I'm looking for something. I mean, I could give this a shot, I guess. I'm gonna get close to the two houses where the scent is at. Get like right up next to both of them. And I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You get like 12 blips within
Okay.
30 feet of you.
Are they in one or the other, or in both, or?
Oh, both.
Shit.
and a couple behind the buildings.
Well, let's check out behind, because I think if you're gonna keep someone captive, maybe a basement is the
Well, so that was gonna
typically
be
the ideal place.
my next question. Of those magic blips, do any of them appear to be underground?
No.
Okay. So then I would just indicate, well, I'm getting some magic sources in both, but it appears to be something behind. Might be worth checking out. So I'm gonna go to walk behind the houses. Hovels.
I'll follow. I'm gonna also fasten my shield to my arm at this point.
Okay. You you come around the side of the building, and there's two individuals behind the building, and they're both holding a pipe-like structure and taking big hits of some substance.
Do they look like dark, or do they look like crackheads?
Look like
They look like
crackheads.
they look like guard crackheads.
And as you come around the corner, you're still sensing the magic. They're smoking a pipe that looks to be ever smoking.
Oh,
Never
no.
smoking pipe. Dude, they got
Oh.
infinite
Oh,
drugs?
The fuck?
Yo.
How did they get their hands on something like that? Whatever.
It's like an alchemy jug, but a pipe.
Do we need to steal this? Oh man!
And they
Don't
just
be
look
an
at you,
asshole.
they
They
just,
got
they just look at you real confused.
they got the magic.
We
man.
need the everlasting bong, dude.
everlasting, ever smoking bong.
Hey,
The ever smoking bong.
would you guys be? What's this contraption you guys got here?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they like real gone? Are they like totally out?
Yeah, they're pretty fucked.
Hey, let me get a hit of that. It's been a long day.
Yeah, once you take a hit of the everlasting bong, you can't
I'm
go
gonna
back.
like
Yeah.
smack it out of KB's hand. We need to stay focused, KB.
This focuses me.
KB, roll a I don't know, like you're trying to
yeah,
hold
I'm
on.
gonna do it.
You tried to slap, yeah. So
Okay,
roll the
okay.
hit. Roll the hit, Nova.
Oh god.
Not with your weapon. Make sure it's on unarmed attack.
Roll to hit the bong.
Roll to hit the bong. Okay. 8 does not hit.
Stupid.
So you go to slap KV, and KV, you're on a mission.
I don't
You
know why I
take it,
pushed
you're
it
like
twice.
you're like, whoa, no.
And I'm gonna not use it right away. I'm actually just gonna put it in my breast pocket.
No. Both of them looking
I
at you
just-
like, dude, no.
What?
Finders keepers? Oh god.
No stealth.
Yeah,
You just put it in your pocket.
Yeah. Just
They're-
keep looking for whatever building we're looking for.
They're like crawling at you, going, yeah, no.
Nah, I saved you, bro. I saved you. Don't worry about it.
Thank
Yeah.
me later.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna like sigh and then like look around to see if there looks to be like a basement entrance or a back door or something to these two buildings.
You do look around, and there's no door on the building. There's like a bunch of windows, and it's just open.
Okay, so like no cellar entrance or something like that.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to the front, and I am going to choose the right house. And by the right
Okay.
house, I mean the correct house, Ginge. I'm gonna choose the correct one. Whichever one that is, and I'm gonna
I
open.
don't think it works that way.
It sure does. I'm manifesting it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the right, as in directions, the right house.
Well, now he's gonna just make it the left house
Yeah,
because
whatever.
he can.
It's stupid. I'm gonna go to the right house and open the door.
Okay.
And peek
That's what I
inside.
think. I think
Just
I
like
think
we
we just
belong
go in.
here.
It does open,
Or peek
and
inside.
you see you see an individual laying on the floor sleeping.
Perfect.
Let's just take a look around.
I was
see if
gonna
there's
say, I'm gonna
anything.
like peek around the door. Does there appear to be anybody else inside awake?
No.
I'm gonna quietly walk inside.
Okay.
And I'm going
Well,
to
stealth
look.
check.
Oh, jeez.
You said quietly. Did she not?
Ah! I'm so quiet.
I got that 20.
Yep. So after you try to slap KB, you're irritated, and you turn. You kind of like you do like a fuck KB, and you turn, and as you turn, you kind of move it out of the way. You go to you go to walk in as you see the individual laying on the floor, and you turn back around out of your corner of your eye. You watch KB like like sticks it back in his pocket. You're like, what the fuck? And you kind of like stumble on your foot and knock a bunch of jars off the counter. And you watch the individual turns over. Can I help you?
Just
I'm
Don't kill
gonna
me.
telepathically tell him in his mind, this is a dream.
I was gonna
Close your eyes and rest.
I was gonna cast sleep on him, so that's perfect.
So as you do that, you're like, sleep! And he just passes out. It's a very violent encounter.
I didn't put the
Non-violent,
guy to
violent.
sleep. KB told him to go to
Non-violent.
sleep. That's not
You just,
violent.
you just mentally fucked him up. That
He won't
boy's
even
gonna wake up.
remember.
But
Yeah.
you begin to look around the room. There's like literally his only silverware was what you just knocked onto the floor and broke. So now he has no dishware, and he has a tiny little like coffee table thing with one chair in the center of the room and a little fireplace to the right of that.
I'm more looking for like basement. If there's anything that looks like a basement.
No basement.
Yeah.
You know, we might have
Secret
the wrong
room.
idea. They might not even be in a basement. They probably
True,
are, but yeah.
just
Well-
a secret room in general. Yeah.
Remember, you're in the first house of the first floor of this stack.
Right. And I'm
There's
assuming
10
basement.
more houses.
Right, but I'm assuming
Okay.
basement. Just as I'm like, if people
Gotcha.
are being
No, no,
held
no, I
captive,
just-
they're probably
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought you meant that there was only the one house. And I'm like,
Ginge,
oh no, there's still a bunch.
Chell specified the correct house.
yeah.
Yes,
The right house?
I'm trying to correct her on the correct house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like grumble and then quickly walk outside and go to the left house.
Well, let's check out the other one. See if there's anything that goes under the ground, and then if not, we can start going up.
Yep.
We're not gonna go up because if anyone's installing a prison on a second floor above, I'm calling fucking interior design.
Hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
correct.
Terrible way of doing it.
You don't fucking know that.
All right, I'm going to the left house. I'm gonna open the door.
And you're a fucking knoll. Shut up.
Knowles know a lot about fucking interior design. I don't know what you can say.
Let me just weave my dress out of your body parts. Shut the fuck up.
We know a lot about feng shui, all right?
Yeah, fungus. As you two walk to the other side, you open like this little door, piece of wood, plywood door, and peek inside. Nobody's in there, from what you can see.
I'm gonna walk in and look for a basement. A door that might open to a basement.
You do see a piece of wood on the floor.
Perfect. I'm gonna grab it and move that, just in
Okay.
case.
You're gonna, you're just taking it and moving the whole thing.
I don't know if it looks.
What do you-
If it's a board, do I see a handle on it?
There's a handle on it.
Well, yeah. Then I would grab the handle.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Grab
quickly
the handle.
grab her before she does that.
You were going up the second floor. That's what you said. You're
No, I
going after
didn't.
interior design. Did he not say he was going to interior design second
He-
floor?
He said, if we don't find a basement. Yeah.
Yeah, I said I'm calling interior design if we
I
don't find a
swear-
basement.
You guys ruin all my fun. I try to fuck with Frosty and you actually correct me. God damn.
Shit. All right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna grab the handle.
Continue, Frosty.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly grab her before she does that.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
Let me go first. We don't know if this place is trapped or not.
Okay.
I will open it up.
You open it up and it is the most foul toilet you've ever smelled.
Fuck you, Ginge.
Like
Right in
it's
the
it
living
is
room.
literally a 2-foot hole filled with shit and piss.
I'm gonna like scowl and move away. What the fuck? I'm gonna be like so agitated at this point that I'm just gonna like kick a wall.
Ooh. Okay. Just roll a strength check for me.
God.
It's gonna bring the house down.
Mhm.
Oh, is this the...
Oh no!
Oh no.
I'm not that strong, Ginge. That doesn't mean anything.
Oh no.
I have a +1 for strength.
Roll a D100. That's still a 20.
No, Ginge, I didn't kick it that hard.
Roll a D100.
That's nice and
Okay.
low.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like
Mom that-
I'm just gonna be like pissed off because of the nasty like piss hole in the ground, and that we're like hitting a dead end. We don't know where to go. I'm frustrated. I'm cold. I'm tired. I've been felt up by a fucking tabaxi. I'm pissed. KB's stealing drugs, and now I'm like, damn it! I'm gonna kick a wall.
As she does all
Well,
of this,
that-
Axel, you're standing next to her as you shut the lid, and you're kind of like, your nose is like the dog wrinkle. You're like, oh, goddamn. And you turn and you watch her like wind up, and she goes from like Nova face to like, and she winds up, and you're like, oh shit, because you look up and you watch like the building, like with just the little breeze that came by in the day, the whole thing, like the whole building shifts, and she winds up to kick the side of the wall, and you're like, no, 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 and you try to get to her, and she kicks it really hard, like actually makes like contact, contact, and the whole thing starts to go way to the right, and you run over to the other wall. Roll a strength check for me.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Sorry, I didn't think about that.
11.
Oh no, Axel, you're like, you're trying to push it back in the opposite direction, and it just continues to lean a little bit more.
Time to go. I'm gonna
Okay.
run out the door.
It leans and stops, leaning Tower of Pisa type style. And you're like, oh. And you look down, and like the wood, stucco, mud brick, like foundation area is like cracks all the way around the left side of the building.
The building's kind of cracked.
Yo, that building cracked though.
Dude, he's cracked.
Sorry. This is so frustrating.
Well,
I don't know what to do. And if we can't follow their scent and there's not a basement here, I mean, could they be on another floor? Sure, but I don't know. Just doesn't make any sense.
At this point, it is 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I figured that would happen. Wasn't too
That's
concerned.
alright.
I wouldn't be able to like be okay with going home and going to bed knowing our friends are captured. I don't know, you guys.
Well-
What do we do?
It's not a great option, but I think the only option we have is go up, check the floors, see what we can find in the rest of these. Doesn't take terribly long because they're not that big.
I guess so. Alright, I'm gonna go out the door and go to the staircase on the building that we're currently in, which is the left one.
The left side?
Yeah, the left side. And start trekking up.
Okay, the left side's got a little bit of a lean to it, so as you walk up, you're kind of like off to the side and like, oh god, as you walk along. But you come to the first door of the first floor.
I'm gonna open it up and take a peek.
Hello.
Oh, Sophia, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
We're just
Found you guys.
we're just a little tied up over here. You know,
Oh,
excuse us for a minute.
we got you. We got you.
You're fucked.
On a scale from 1 to 10, my friend, you're
You're
fucked.
fucked. Maybe next time. I wanted more ominous.
True, true.
By the way, totally off topic stream. I'm really sorry. I do have to bring it up. Did you guys see what I wrote in general? Like yesterday-ish? Where I got so bored with the campaign and my brain was like all jumbled as fuck and I made a one-shot.
Oh,
I know. No, I don't want to be the reason that we miss a session because then I'll miss out on.
It's a Candyland one.
Strudelton. Oh,
Yep,
God.
Strudelton. Think Mario Kart.
hey, yo, we're going to Donut Land.
Wait, yeah. What's what tart? What's the battle arena that takes place in a tart?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, I can't remember.
It's the circular one.
Yeah. But I did make a one shot that's mostly finished. But
Tart
anyways,
tops.
Yep, so I'm just gonna peek inside the door.
the first door that you open it's a shitty building, but when you peek in, it does have like a small painting of a little girl and a mom. And then like a couple of items, blanket, a couple of little things.
I'm gonna close the door and continue.
Okay, third one up.
Yep.
You open the third one up and this one would have one bed on the left side and 3 little beds along the opposite side, and you see 4 kobolds in there sleeping in a
Okay.
big pile.
For expediency, Ginge, just assume we're gonna peek inside all of the rooms, and if they just look like normal houses.
5th floor, nothing. 6th floor, nothing. 7th floor, he gets like a whiff, he thinks, but it's not sure. It's like in the wind. 8th floor, nothing. 9th floor, you walk in to a half orc masturbating.
Lovely.
And the top floor, it's unoccupied. It looks like birds roost in there, and it's just full of horse shit.
Okay.
Horse shit, damn it, bird shit. A lot of horse shit up there.
Is that the top?
That's
floor?
the tip top.
Okay, so then we'd go back down and do the same thing on the right side. So for expediency.
Second floor. What was that?
I had the hiccups. I apologize.
He's giggling. I was like, I don't know what I did. Second floor, nothing. Third floor, nothing. 4th floor, nothing. 5th floor, 6th floor, 7th floor, 8th floor, 9th floor, 10th floor, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th floor. Axel stops in front of the door. You smell all 4 scents at that doorknob.
Oh. I'd probably still be going about the same process and just opening.
Okay. You
Yeah,
open it?
I'll stop her when she gets the 14th one.
Oh, she said she opened it, so she's got it cracked open.
Well, if he's smelling it as he's approaching, he might be
So
able to. Because I'm not like, I'm just
Yeah,
doing
that's
the
fine.
same process of just
Crack
walking.
the door.
Yep. Crack the door.
Okay.
But I think Axel's stepping in front.
Yeah.
Did you get something?
Yeah.
Ooh, good. Okay. So maybe they're here.
They
14th floor.
and some other people.
Good. I'm pissed. Something to take our frustration out on. Okay, Ginge. What's inside?
You open the door. Ooh, perfect time in the song. And Axel, you step in first. Shield straight ahead of you. Mace out. You look the room over. And nothing. You're confused. There's no drapes on any of the windows. The room is barren. Except for a cup on the far left side of the room. There's a carpet on the floor. And on the right side of the room is a tiny picture.
Well, are they here? Do you still smell them here?
Yeah.
I'll walk inside and see if I can find any doors, I guess.
Pull the rug out.
Just a rug. A shitty rug. And when you pull it out, it like does the of like dirt and shit, and you're just like, oh fuck.
Check out the painting. Move it on the wall. See if there's any mechanism.
You touch the painting?
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah.
Mario 64.
You touch the painting, you die.
KB's gone.
I knew it. I fucking knew it, bro.
Oh shit.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, I would immediately run over to the painting and grab it if KB disappeared.
Nova's gone.
Oh my god.
Run! Run, Axel! Run!
Yeah, he's running immediately. As he's saying that, like
This
these
is that.
fucking-
This is that fucking cup from the last campaign all over again.
Fucking hell, man.
So,
It's a
Axel, you're gone. You find yourself standing on a red carpet.
red carpet entrance.
What are you doing? You're standing
Just
on
a red carpet in a room? Like, are we
Yeah.
all together?
Yeah, all three of you guys are standing next to each other. You have two braziers, one to your left and one to your right. Or like huge, like with flames, and you're standing on a red carpet with two axes.
Well, we'll follow it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
As you
just,
step off
one
of
way
the
to go, I assume.
Yeah.
Nothing behind us, right?
Yeah. What's up?
I said nothing like behind us.
You turn around
Right.
and look.
Yeah.
You turn around and look, and the painting that you touched is right there in front of your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
All
right.
Following the
Oh.
carpet.
As you step off of the red carpet, it's cobblestone. Like a concrete cobblestone floor and walls. And a
This is
Set
a
of-
prison.
step of 3 steps comes out and goes down at a slight angle.
Well, I think we may have found where they are. I'm gonna
I'll
start walking down the stairs.
ready my crossbow and assume there'll be some resistance.
You take 3 steps down into the cobblestone room. Clack. 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 It's dimly lit all around you, and as you come through you step out into a T-shaped room. You coming up the base of the T, and you have a pathway to your left and your right that go about 35 feet in each direction, roughly. There's torches all throughout here.
I'm gonna look at Axel. Can you tell which way?
Can I tell which way?
Yeah. And there's also new scents. You smell death. And you smell something different. Half wolf, half man. Something smells wrong. It's something in between. It's both. Same time. Not certain. Their scents come from your left and your right, though. Sophia and Patience.
So they both go in both ways?
There's one sense one way, one sense the other way.
Which one's which?
Sophia to your right, Patience to your left.
They split off. Sophia's down that way. Blueberry's down that way.
Let's follow Sophia's.
Start going that way.
Okay, Sophia's to your right. It's about 20 or 30 paces, if that. And you come to a large cell door.
Can you see inside?
Barely. Low light. I have
dark vision.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you see
Dark
everything.
vision?
I see everything. Dark
It's like
vision.
black and white, and it's still a little dim. You can see in. You see something, but not sure what.
Oh damn! I don't. Fuck.
Oh fuck!
Shit. Keep
Oh,
forgetting
shit.
about the things I had that I don't have anymore. I have dark vision. So don't see anything inside. From what I
You
can
see
tell.
something, somebody. You're not sure.
Like, what do you mean? I see somebody like
Laying
on the
on
ground?
a pile. Yeah, laying on like a pile of straw.
Laying
I'm
on
gonna-
piles, shit.
I'm gonna try to mind link with what I see.
You go to Mind Link, and you're instantly met with just like pain.
Oh. I'm gonna whisper into the room. Sophia?
It's Sophia.
Ah, hello there.
Oh, so she can hear me?
Yeah.
Sophia!
Hello? Nova?
Yes! Are you able to come over here?
No.
Do I hear
Come
this
here.
too?
Come here. I'm bound. I'm upside down.
No, they're
They-
Mind Link.
Oh,
They've
right,
held,
right, right.
They've held me upside down. I can't see where I'm at.
No, I'm not mind linked, I thought. You said
Oh,
I
I thought you
got
said
hit
you
with
Mind
pain.
Linked.
Oh, I said you said I got caught with pain. But I still
Yeah,
could?
like when you linked with her, you just felt
Oh,
pain.
I thought
You
you
just
meant like
felt
it was
like
blocked.
pain.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no,
so I'm
sorry.
talking in her
Pain.
mind.
I'm here. I'm held. Can't do anything.
You can't move?
I can't move.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna try to get in there.
It's Donovan. They've found us. You have to be careful.
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out. I'm gonna try to open the door.
It's locked.
Well, of course it is, but I'm still gonna try.
Is there anyone else here?
We're
Do
all
I
here.
hear them?
No, they're Mind Linked.
Oh,
Can I try to pick this lock while
There's
they're
at least
talking?
two of them. There's a red tiefling named Needle. And there's the man that captured us. There's at least 2 of them here.
Don't
Do
worry.
you know where they are?
No, but don't worry. We're gonna get
Should
you out.
be.
Are you picking? Are you picking the lock she's at, or you went down the way, KB?
I'm gonna try to pick the lock to Sophia's cell.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell KB and
Roll.
Axel, since I was minding with Sophia, it's like, yeah, Sophia's in here.
Roll your lock picking.
I would like to give him guidance, so he gets a D4.
I would like to give him guidance.
I would like to give him guidance.
Take the fucking guidance.
I'm going to use the shit out of this. I got put 1 fucking point into these damn multi-classing. I'm gonna get all the shit out of it I can. Yeah.
That is yeah. That meets it. So you watch as KB slinks in next to you and slips the 1 tool in and begins to fidget. He catches all the tumblers and the gate opens.
I'm gonna rush in to Sophia. And what do I see?
She is hog-tied, with chains bound basically behind her back. She's laying on her side with piece of cloth wrapped over her eyes, and she's just laying on the straw, hog-tied. There's chains that go from her wrists to like a center like connection point, and then down to her ankles, and she's kind of pulled back, and then a chain runs from that to the wall.
Okay. Is she... I'm gonna... You said there's cloth over her eyes. Is there anything in her mouth?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take the cloth off of her eyes, and I'm gonna start working on trying to get the chains off of her. I don't know
Okay.
how loose they are, or if it's something that has to be unlocked.
It'll have to be unlocked.
I'm gonna look at KB.
Another thing, the moment you touch the chains, you just feel drained of like magical like your energy.
Oh, I'll
You
immediately
basically
let
do
it
not
go.
feel, yeah, you just you just feel drained, like a piece of you is just like taken.
I'll like immediately let go of the chains, and then look at Axel and KB. Don't touch the chains. There's something off about them.
Do we need to break them?
I don't know.
They drain us. I can't do anything. We have to
Drain
be
you
quick,
how?
I touched them and I felt. I don't know if
I
they're
can't
enchanted
cast
and-
them. I've tried casting spells. I can't.
I think
It's like they've taken that
drains
away.
your magical energy.
He knows it too. The one who captured us knows. We have to be quick.
But they don't physically make you weaker?
He knew about us. Way before we got here, he knows about you 3 too.
I was
He
asking a
knows-
question.
It doesn't matter. We have to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Can you answer the question, please?
I don't know how it works.
Do you feel physically drained?
Yes.
So not just magically. You
I can't-
physically feel weaker.
I haven't
Yeah,
moved
Ginger
I
says
haven't
yes.
moved in hours. Yeah, I can't. I don't feel anything. I can't move. I can't.
That is true.
I'm weak.
I feel for reasons you may or may not remember that I feel like I'm capable of breaking this. Can I cast Psychic Hammer on the chain and try to break it with force damage?
You can
Ooh.
try.
The only thing is that it makes a strength saving throw. I don't know how an inanimate object would make a strength saving throw.
We'll just say this: when you go to cast a spell on the chain, you feel the hammer like form to crash onto the chain, and the moment it hits the chain, it's almost like counterspell, like it just dissipates.
God. Okay. Then I guess we'll have to do the old-fashioned way and either break it with an axe or try to pick the lock.
Picking the lock would require you to touch it.
Yeah. But
Do you
only
think you
for
can-
a little while.
Do you think you can pick it without touching it?
Maybe. If depending on the angle, I guess.
Maybe it's worth a try. If you feel like it's messing with you at all, though, just don't.
I mean, Sophia's had it on all day. So I feel like a couple minutes of touching it's probably fine.
Their captors are in here somewhere, so we do have to be ready.
Did you roll? Is that the 20?
Cash
no.
rolls a 5th.
Oh shit!
28 to pick the lock.
Okay. You do begin to pick the first set of locks. So which one are you picking? Because
Probably the one around her hands. I'm assuming there's one around her hands and one on the wall, and maybe one more.
So there's 4 total, but there's 3 technically. There's one that attaches her to the wall, and then there's wrists, one around the midsection, and then one around the ankles.
Yeah.
So in essence, you'll have to pass 3 of those. So 28 will get you the first one. As you begin to work at the hands, the moment your thieves' tools, though, they touch the lock, you do feel physically weak. Granted, now you're picking locks, doesn't require strength, but you feel drained. You almost feel your mind like a fog go across your mind, like you can't cast anything. And then you just feel physically just weak. Like picking locks, even just to get the tumblers, you're kind of like, holy fuck. But the first ones click off, and both of the manacles on the wrists come off.
Okay.
I would just fall to the floor, I think.
You're already
Yeah, I
laying on
think
the floor.
I don't tell Nova that, and I just keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna keep giving you guidance.
Okay, second
Yeah.
one.
Good
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, very
26.
good rolls. You begin to work on the midsection.
Our hands are freed, midsection's freed, so just her
Nice.
Can I
ankles.
still talk to Nova?
Yeah, I'm still attached to your mind, just in case.
They were planning on shipping us off back to Donovan.
Well, that's not gonna happen now. Hell yeah! Way to go, dude!
Yeah, so you work on the third one. And as you begin to
In-
work on the third,
Do you know what patience is?
you already you're in that rhythm. You've already hit the first one, the first 2. You're just like you. It's like you've. Oh yeah, this is the C1300 model. Yeah, this tumbler just pops up right here. Like it's almost like you've seen this a million times, and you pop them. Sophia's free.
We know where
KB?
Patience is, I think. We haven't gotten to her yet.
The one thing you do notice though, KB, Sophia's left ankle is broken.
Mm.
Like when you're down there taking off the manacle, you're like,
Yeah.
you go to move her ankle to like see where the keyhole is, and you're like, why is her foot? Oh
Clearly
shit!
fucked up.
And you're like, and kind of like move it back, and then continue picking the lock.
Once I get it undone, I'll ask Sophia, can you walk?
I don't know. I felt pain there, but... And I'll try and stand up.
Instantly collapse.
I'll put her arm around my neck and give her some stability.
You know what patience is? She was here, but she got taken away.
I think we know where she
I'm
is.
not leaving without her.
No, of course not. We'll go there next. I'll walk with Sophia out and towards the other hallway.
I can find her if you don't know where she is.
No, I'm pretty sure we know where she is.
Okay. Okay.
You just try to relax.
You come to the other cell on the left-hand side.
All right, KB, you've been carrying this far. Do you think you can keep going?
Can I see patients?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah.
try to mind link with Patience. Patience.
I don't even hesitate. I would immediately cast Vortex Warp and bring her directly to us.
It does not work because of the chains. It keeps and negates anything on that. So as you go to port her you like to drag her, like her spiritual energy or her essence or whatever to you that requires this spell. It's almost like you pull her and like a rubber band, it snaps her back into place.
Sophia would look just completely defeated.
So I'd still be in
Practically fall to the floor.
try to be
Again.
in Patience mind. Patience. Can you hear me?
Do I?
Yeah.
Hey. Fuck.
Hold on,
Hi.
we're gonna get you out of there.
Thanks.
15 does not make this one. You begin to pick at the door, and you were so confident after the last door and the locks, and you thought you had your rhythm. This door seems different. It's not lining up the way the other one lined up, and you miss the first tumbler. You get it, and then you move to the second tumbler. Something snaps, and you lose all, and you're kind of back to square one again.
We may need a brute force on this one.
Give it one more try. You can do it. I'll keep giving him guidance.
He rolls a 15.
Let me roll my d4. 1. 16 plus
plus
7.
23.
Oh,
23.
then that one does. You find the rhythm the second time around. You miss the first tumbler a couple of times, and you finally get it. You begin to lose it, but in the frustration, you kind of like tap the end of the thieves' tool, and it jams and wedges itself in there on the first two, and you're able to snag the third one and the last one. And you unhinge the gate.
Good job. I'll go up to Patience. Is she also blindfolded? I'll take
Blindfold, laying on her side and chained the same way.
Okay, I'll take the blindfold off. Hang tight, we're gonna get you out of here.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
Kind of
I'll be standing with KB.
take a deep, I'll take
Hand
a
on
deep
his
breath
shoulder.
and start to work on the others, knowing that they're not gonna. It's gonna be rough.
Sweet.
The manacles come off.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
The waist comes off.
Insane.
Oh no.
Dead.
The ankles.
The last one,
The power of friendship.
as you go on the as you go to do the ankles, the tumbler takes and starts bending your thieves' tool, and you have to pull it out quickly, and you lose the focus. The lock kind of slams weird, so you feel like you only got maybe another 2 tries.
Alright, try again. You can do it. Hell yeah!
God damn.
It's swag.
Fuck yeah!
Goddamn, we at it again.
The tumbler that slammed weird,
Oh, damn.
slammed weird, actually benefits you. It kind of bends the tumbler at a really weird angle that you can put your thieves' tool in at a sideward way and hook both at the same time. You kind of slide them up and get that last tool in and kind of flick it at the very end, which causes the manacles on the ankles to come free. And the first thing you notice as Patience makes her way into kind of the light, the hand all the way up to the elbow is like semi-mangled, bruised, and the fingers are all broken. They're like, one of them's pointing upwards, the other one's kind of at a sideward gant. She's kind of like holding it like this. The whole left side of her face is completely swollen, and the eye is like all the blood vessels popped, and it's like bulging a little bit, and this section is just puffed up really bad.
All right, let's get out of here.
Do I have any key points left?
You would have half of what you usually would have. Same with your health, both you and Sophia.
Okay.
Sophia, you're like half movement because you're busted up,
So
and then
I have
your attack-
5 normally.
So then say 3,
Okay.
and then your attacks are a disadvantage for right now because of your
Ye- Well, but that's only if I don't use my astral arms, right?
correct.
That's why I was asking about the key points.
So, as you begin to make your way towards the center of this T and exit, you see an individual sitting on the stairs, staring at you, clacking a nasty, violently jagged-looking greatsword. Well, you did good, Needle. I've been waiting for you. And that's where we'll end the night.
Oh, I've been waiting for you, motherfucker.
Fuck.
We've been waiting
Yo,
for you.
this
We've been on a
shit.
wild fucking goose chase. We're all fucking pissed. This is not
I've
gonna
been
be good for
fucking
this
waiting
guy.
7 days.
I'm
'cause
about
you
to-
left us on a
Patience-
cliffhanger, and now you know.
Patience looks way worse than this.
Yeah,
So
I'm looking fucked.
there's the map for next week.
Literally fucked last week. Figuratively fucked this week.
On a scale from 1
we
to
got our
10, my
peeps
friend,
back.
you're fucked.
Good job, team. So proud of you guys.
Now we're all in the shit instead of just 2 of us. Good job,
Yeah.
y'all.
Well, hey, better that we're all in this shit than just a couple of us. Because if
Or
we're
Yeah.
all
you
in
know,
the shit,
none
we
of
have a
us
better
could
chance
be.
to survive.
None of us could be in the shit. Cough, cough. Patience would be better.
You got a bone, you got a bone.
Patience was just trying to get that tip wet. Or whatever you want to, yeah, something along those lines.
Metaphorically, yeah.
Something else.
Thank you for coming stream before it gets really, really volatile.
When you're horny or horny, I don't know what can I say.
Anyways, thanks for
Oh
coming.
god.
Join us next week Wednesday as the group takes on the hammer and the needle.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you next week, Wednesday, 8:30 Central. Have a great weekend. Be safe, be kind, and we'll see you next time.
Get ready for that PPK.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.